What? Oh, my mic has been on the stream, apparently. I thought I turned that off. Yeah, my stream has been up. Hey, whoever's there. I know that Graham is there. How are you guys doing? You shouldn't be hearing me right now. I hope you guys liked hearing me getting water for my rabbit. No, they can't hear you, RJ. Because you want me to let them hear you?
Oh,
alright, here, RJ, they can hear you now.
Hey.
The stream isn't starting yet. I think,
Oh,
they probably heard me listening to Host Core because I'm watching the Host Core episode. It's okay. It's okay, guys. I was getting my rabbit water. I was watching Host Core. The stream hasn't started yet. You guys are cheating. RJ, berate the chat.
What? Chat?
Yeah, berate them.
Chat. You are not nice.
Yeah! Okay, now wait your turns patiently. You didn't hear any of that, Spacey? Alright, well, you know, you want to? Here's some Host Core. Alright, there's your Host Core. I didn't know if I was playing it or not, but I was playing it while I was walking and getting my rabbit water. I don't know why my mic is muted. I don't care. Stop cheating. Goodbye. I see the problem. I understand the problem. I'm back on stream, guys. It's because I hit mute on Discord, and that's the button to unmute on Slobs. That's what was happening. I thought I should update you guys on that.
Use hotkeys to mute?
Yeah, it's helpful.
I clicked the button.
I have pause break lets me mute and unmute. It's pretty convenient. I do that for both Discord and Slobs, and sometimes that screws something up, like right now. Anyway, you guys are still cheating. You stop. Hey guys, how you all doing? Still don't know how to start streams. I'm playing Ace Attorney today after 2 weeks. Oh, hello, Proton Toad. How's it going, Toad?
It's going good.
Hey, Toad.
Hey.
Okay.
We started without you, and you come in like the exact second I start.
Wow.
How's everyone doing? We got Graham, Sonicraft. I don't know what to call you, Fwog, Karf. I don't know how to pronounce that. Hello, Narwhal. How you doing? Spacey just donated. What is that? 20 to 35 bits. Hey man, I know I already asked you this before, but could you get me another candy bar? It's from the local candy shop right around the corner on Main Street. I'd like a Hershey's dark chocolate one this time. Even though I'm against dark chocolate in every way, it's always good to try something new. Oh, and here, get yourself something nice. What? You need more than that? How could anybody... Inflation, you say? Gah, fine. But that's it. For today, at least. I feel like that's a reference to something that I don't fully understand.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I'm so lost.
But I will use your bits to buy candy bars and get you a candy bar, Spacey. Thank you for the bits. And Sonicraft gave 36 bits. What are you guys doing? Thank you so much. God.
I'm doing cat battle. Thanks for
Did
asking.
Sonicraft just do that to one up? He did. Sonicraft did that to 1 bit up, Spacey.
Wow.
Graham doing
There it
1
goes
bit.
again.
It ain't Persona 5, but it is Kyrie, so it's gonna be Epic Gamer. Thank you, Graham. You guys are all freaking... You guys are all just bitting it up today, huh? You guys are excited for Ace Attorney.
So we're gonna finish this today, right?
Are we? I thought this was the second to last
boy.
one.
We could.
No, we're not.
Just this
finishing
trial,
today.
right?
We're not finishing this today.
We could.
Okay, you know how the last case, like last
We take a lot of time.
the last fucking investigation ran farther than you thought it would, Toad.
Because I was severely underestimating it. This is.
Toad, that is like
A
not
trial.
even this is not even a third of the second half of the transcript.
Well.
It's
Let's start then.
Yeah, I just
We'll get
know
through
that
it.
the
this
plan
trial
was
is going to be
the
cut
second last
twice
one.
as long as that was.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's like the last
So it's gonna
trial,
be
so
2,
I assume
so
it's going to be kind of
fine.
long. I was expecting it to be 2 anyway.
Don't want to go horribly late either.
I have 7 more Kyrie streams worth of bits, so 7. Hello, RJ. What are you doing there?
I'm talking in chat because you guys are bickering.
Alright, let's get going then. So, it's been 2 weeks since we played this. I think it's because of Persona, which has been great. Spacey cheered 100 bits! Sonicraft, don't test me, bro. You know how powerful I am. And then George comes in. I don't know how many bits. The 60 bits. It's been a while, George. How you doing? I don't know what you guys are doing. I swear, it's the most random streams that just get a bunch of, like, bits and shit at the beginning. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Everyone's excited for Ace Attorney, I take it. It seems like it, at least. What did I start? You started something great, I'd say. So we've got this and 1 more stream after it, but obviously we've got some stuff that we've got to figure out today. I don't remember what happened last time. What happened last time?
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, you're right. Like, that was the investigation, yeah?
Pearl had Cyclops, and then there was 5 Cyclops over the door where
Right.
Maya was.
Right.
And she's still
weird-
MIA.
Oh yeah,
and-
Iris is not Dahlia. God
Yeah,
damn
you
it.
found that out, and you've been being a dick to her the entire time for no
was.
reason.
I apologized.
You did apologize to her. You're right.
That
yeah.
doesn't make it right, but I apologized. So, it's fine. I'm on top of the bit leaderboard. That's how
She
it
probably
stays,
still hasn't
which
forgiven
is
you.
fair. No, yeah, probably not. She doesn't need to, though. I don't really care that much.
All right, hang on. I'm almost done with this tap battle.
Really? So yeah,
Come on.
I'm sure that throughout the case or the trial or whatever we're doing right now, I'm going to be remembering things from 2 weeks ago. As always, whenever I take a little bit of a longer break, I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, that happened. But that's just expected. Let's get going. February 10, 9:39 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby. No one. I'm excited to play this. We're getting so close to finishing it too, so that's just exciting.
Good morning. Oh, are you by yourself?
Apparently, yeah. We still don't know where Maya is, which, like, anytime I think about this game, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about how we don't know where Maya is, and it concerns
There's a
me.
4th case where Maya's just not there.
Yeah, but it always concerns me. I like Maya. Graham redeemed 100 elements for 100 highlight points. Time for PWAA TNT FAFF S13
What
B.
the fuck is going on?
Oh, you know.
That is not even the worst acronym in this series.
Well, I
Oh
mean,
my God.
that was an acronym for the stream name. Is that? I think you
That's the
messed
worst
up one-
acronym in the series.
I think you
That's the
messed
worst
up one-
acronym in the series.
You messed up one of the brackets, Graham. Bad.
Yeah.
Morning, Pearls. I missed Pearls.
Mr. Nick, please tell me what's gonna happen with Mr. Kamaya.
I missed Pearl. I missed RJ voicing Pearl. I missed everything about Pearl.
Dead.
Wow, you missed Pearl.
I did.
Yes, me and my
I'm.
exquisite female voice.
Yeah, it's great.
My 8-year-old child.
Sorry,
was
we
9.
don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so it wasn't.
Yeah, get it right.
And we know that Iris is like doing every single possible combination on the lock, so that's probably going to take until the middle of the trial. If
Franziska's there too.
I know
She's
that
doing
Franziska's here. I was thinking about her earlier today, actually.
She was trying the combinations as well.
Yeah,
Shit.
Franziska's cool.
And then
Oh,
Gato had like this, that whole like,
Yeah. That,
the whole angry like.
Toad,
fuck
you're
you,
mentioning
Phoenix."
literally like the only 3 things that I remembered.
Oh, okay. Well,
No, it's not your fault.
and
Like,
then Larry was there, and then
Oh,
we
yeah.
banned him.
oh yeah, Larry.
Oh, we spent so much
Larry's
time
so-
banning variants of Larry.
Last stream of this was something. But yeah, I was thinking about Francisco earlier. I was thinking about the whole Gato speech. I want to know so much more about Gato. I really do. But gotta play a game to do that. And now Eugh is here.
There he is.
Hello there.
Stupid
Yeah,
profile
Lori's
picture.
right in
Hey,
my
yeah,
bed,
why don't you
Narwhal.
change
What?
it?
What is that?
Who knows?
People are cool.
He doesn't have a choice.
So what? All right.
Oh, okay. Do you want me to voice, or
Yeah.
did you have something to say?
No, I didn't.
So is Sister Iris trying to remove the trick locks in the training hall?
Yeah. No. She's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. Oh, I
She's
see.
here.
She's required to be here in court. Did she open any of them?
Then how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby?
Good question. I have to admit, it's kind of strange. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby. Who's that? Yay! Edgeworth? What's Iris
he
doing
is.
over there? My friend.
She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak.
Love Edgeworth. Now I'm truly in 4th place. Today's testimony?
You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution.
Wait, what?
The prosecutor was squeezing her out for a confession, or so I heard.
Yeah, that sounds like Gato. No, I don't think it's Francisca. I'm pretty sure that it's Gato who's doing this, because I think that he came back and was like, I'm taking back the case, bitch. What are you up to?
I know what you're thinking, but Francisca isn't going to be the prosecutor today.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty lame if Gato wasn't the prosecutor.
Yeah, right? Wouldn't it be? He just gets shafted completely for no reason. What? Then who is? Who else?
Who else would it be but Gato?
Gato.
Francisca is engaged in some important work in the secret cabin. She's also engaged to
Me.
Pearl.
No, that's not legal.
The sacred Kevin? You don't mean the cheese.
That's right, she's dead.
No.
She has been out there all night trying to move those trick
I
locks.
get so unnecessarily excited whenever Edgeworth is here. I think it's because the game has conditioned me for him to just be gone. So anytime he is here, I'm like, oh, he's here. My friend, my boy.
She's
I
been
love
out
it.
there all night. Jesus.
I know, but I
Heading
love
on
it.
to distance, naturally.
Oh, you mean Francisca, yeah. Bikini?
We estimate that the last deadlock should be taken off in about 3 hours.
Every time I stop playing this game, I forget that bikini
I,
exists.
I hope that everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon.
Yeah. Thanks, Edgeworth.
Prosecutor Gato intends to be the nail in this case shut today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't make any sense. You're prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow.
You don't have to tell me that.
Touche. I could already see it in your eyes.
My burning, fiery eyes!
Or as Kyogre would say, it touchy!
Are you kidding me?
Disappointed.
What?
You're not
Did
the
I?
same Peter Ridden
You did not.
maniac you would have suggested it.
Wait, did I miss something?
Yeah, I think I did too.
I thought I heard what he said, but I must have...
Tiger, have you always known how to pronounce touche?
Oh, touchy, okay.
What?
Yeah, I've known how...
No way.
No, I know... No, I know how to pronounce touche. I know that.
Okay.
I just-
Alright, I was about to leave the stream.
No, I didn't connect that he meant touchy as in touche. I was like, okay, yeah. But no,
Oh my god.
I do know touche.
Oh, God.
I do know that one.
I was looking at a joke like he forgot how to say
No, yeah.
touche.
I mean, it's, again, that sounds like me.
It does, that's why, it does, that's why everyone
Ooey, ooey.
freaked out.
Oh boy. I named one of my Pokemon
I
and
mean, you're
Nuzlocke.
just like
Wait,
Maya,
wait.
because Maya's all like, oh,
My fault,
B
crap.
Avenue.
It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger.
Interesting. Maybe you've passed on your cold to someone else, literally. And with that, I'll leave the rest to your capable hands, partner.
Ah!
Partner! Finally, he admits that we're boyfriends.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Of course I was. It's like the lowest hanging fruit, and I had to grab it. It's necessary. I still don't have to answer for most of the riddles plaguing this case, but no, I mean, like, he was the defendant for this case for a while, so, like, yeah, they are kind of partners in that sense. I love that.
He
joke.
wasn't. He was the defense, not the defendant.
Oh, you know what I mean. Yeah. I don't know court words.
I was confused for a second. I was
He's
like,
the defense
wait.
in this case.
You'd think you'd know something after playing these games
Nope.
for so long.
This
None.
is the end of the last trial of the entire series, and you still
No
haven't learned
thing.
anything.
Hey, look. At the beginning of this game, I didn't know what a prosecutor was, so I think I've learned some things.
You still might not know what a prosecutor is.
The prosecutor is Gato. He's the one who's like
Uh,
the other thing.
no.
that's the textbook definition, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got it.
I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. Salt and vinegar chips, yeah. Godo.
What about how the woman flew across the bridge?
Flew. Circumstances around the murder of Miss Felice Donham. No, I mean Miss Misty Faye. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. Yeah, these are things. Oh yeah. Oh, you right. And what that woman is really after. Morgan
She wrote
Faye.
that letter.
God. We'll solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. Phoenix. Alright. I'm excited. February 10. 10 a.m.
Most importantly, why did Dahlia get executed?
7. Yeah!
Really?
I know that's what you most care about.
It's him!
He's back.
Thank God, honestly.
Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Why wasn't he here before?
The judge again.
Because it was
Because
Canadian judge.
If he saw Edgeworth at the defense bench,
Oh.
he would
Oh,
recognize him.
right. There was actually a reason for that. Okay, he's back, though. That's all that matters. So is he. Everyone's back now. Like, all three of these guys went missing for a while. I mean, the judge didn't go missing, but still. And Phoenix wasn't either. He was in the hospital. Gato went missing. Phoenix was in the hospital. Judge was nowhere to be seen. Now we're all back.
Missing.
This is the classic group. Your Honor, what are you...
Who, me? Oh, well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted.
Awesome.
Oh, therefore, I'll be standing in for him.
Wait, so they're brothers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. I see, Your Honor. So they're brothers. That explains a lot.
My poor brother, he looked a bit pale, not to mention that he couldn't be here.
Not to mention sad that he couldn't be here. Oh, Gato! I don't have a coffee cup. I should have grabbed that. Brewster
It is impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. This is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past.
It's time to get some answers to Gato.
And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment.
Well said, Mr. Gardo. I understand exactly what you said. At least up until the end, anyway. Now then, Mr. Gardo, please proceed with your opening statement.
Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
There is only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world.
Does it have something to do with coffee?
The taste of my coffee.
Blackness of
The
my
bitter
coffee.
darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug.
Yep, it does.
Oh, so, then you mean, forget it. Well, what do you mean?
During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the
I
crime.
missed this game, dude. I missed this game.
But today, she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple has a confession to make.
Are you gonna make her lie?
Confession? The defendant?
Iris. Why didn't she discuss this with me first?
Oh, very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession.
Hey, Iris. How's it going?
Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession.
I mean, yeah.
I forgot that's me too. That's one of my rules.
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple.
Witness, is there something you want to confess to, like confessing your love for me?
But first I want to apologize to Mr. Wright.
Oh, beautiful.
I can't continue lying to everyone anymore.
It's
That's
all right.
my phone.
What is it?
I'm gonna be kind of
Mr.
distracted
Wright.
with like getting ready for dinner, so
That's fine.
yeah.
That's fine.
I have to admit
I
that
don't mind not voicing anyone because of that.
I did play a part in this terrible incident.
What?
What? Are you actually, confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise Stoneham?
Of course, I'm not saying that.
No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place.
You bitch.
After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of a mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard where I desecrated it.
That was nice of you.
What?
It was quite a fun job.
Order in the court. Order. Witness, are you
I mean, I guess that makes sense, but why?
saying you were an accomplice to the murder?
Send her to jail.
Yes,
Sorry,
that's correct.
that's residual, what, Dahlia Hawthorne vibes. I'm sorry, that just doesn't sound good. What?! 3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in cold sweat.
Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. Just happens to be that in this case, it's to murder.
Okay?
Isn't that right, Mr. Trite?
That line sounded kind of insightful, but then you think about it and it's not in the slightest. That got out.
You're just not big brain enough for him.
I guess
Yeah.
so. This is the confession they were conferring.
There's a reason I
about.
voiced him and not you.
That's understandable. I do play the idiots. Phoenix. It pains me to say this, but it looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Nah, it's not fair to call Phoenix an idiot. I'm the idiot here, not Phoenix. Iris's testimony crumpled up and shoved into a pocket. Okay.
Now then, little lady.
It's true, Narwhal.
If you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your act?
Yes, can you just answer the question for us? I was just covering for someone? Ugh. Now I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle. Or a life jacket.
I've been at Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Korean tradition, along with my dog. One of our missions is to protect the main family.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but, main family?
Yeah, you don't know about the main family? The whole familia
Yes,
politics?
and that's why I would dirty myself, if need be, to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Korean channeling technique. Mystic Maya Fey! I was gonna say Maya Fey, but then Mystic.
Yeah, yeah.
Forgot Mystic.
Huh?
Trying to get that hard read, but no.
Nope, too late.
Wake up and smell the coffee, Trite.
She's naming... Maya?! I go so fucking
Oh yeah, that's kind of
high-pitched.
bad too.
Yeah, it is.
Order. Order in
I
the
go
court.
I go so high-pitched whenever I scream. That... Always.
So, not only did you witness the murder, but you know the name of the murderer?
Maya did not do this.
I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes.
Cool.
And then I cleaned up the area to try to protect her.
Objection, yeah. That's ridiculous. Maya could never do such... Maya could.
Shut up!
Shut
The defense will refrain from good words until the appropriate time.
Seems all of us are out of voice acting shape.
Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thought I was prepared for the unexpected, but I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. What do you think my parents are thinking upstairs right now if they just hear me scream in a really high-pitched voice, Maya?
There he goes again.
Okay.
There
What?
he goes again.
What do you mean, there he goes again?
Feel like you haven't screamed on the
Oh,
screen before.
yeah, there he goes again. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Screaming about video game.
My dad just mocks me. Like he'll like repeat the shit that I say sometimes.
Like, we'll just hear him downstairs, like, saying it really loudly.
Wait, so your dad, like, does what user does?
Yes, basically.
Wow.
It's so
Your dad
cringe
is
because some of
user.
it's like Minecraft terms.
Oh my god, yeah, that would be the worst. The real murderer. Alright, this is bad.
I went to the inner temple that night and saw it all happen in the garden.
It was getting with his imaginary friends.
I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff.
No!
While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike.
Are you sure that it wasn't
An
Pearl?
all-out fatal strike.
They look kind of similar from a distance and in the
Mystic
dark.
Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it.
Okay, I get that. Thank you for playing that route, but it doesn't really help us very much.
So it was in self-defense?
I'm gonna need to look at the court record to make sure that I know all
Yes,
pieces of evidence.
Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first.
What the heck?
That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya.
The judge wouldn't be the same without Eugh, like, adding on his own shit. It just wouldn't be the same judge.
No more Yahoser, though, so...
Good,
You
I'll
moved
take
the
it.
victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You got the instincts of a true criminal.
Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that the person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted to it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Dude, what if she's still... Or what if right now she's channeling Dahlia and Dahlia is playing... She's playing. That is
I
not
don't
the
know
word.
what that means,
That's not the word that I
Kyogre,
should have
we-
used.
You said some dumb stuff before, but
Yeah,
let's just move on.
I said the wrong word.
Shut up.
Okay, I was not a serious suggestion. When are my theories ever serious suggestions? Like, very rarely, and I'll make it quite apparent that I'm not memeing. So let me take a look at the evidence again. Oh, yeah, the staff was a knife. I forgot about that. The Occult magazine, which is not relevant anymore, I don't think. The actual map
yeah.
of the temple itself. With the one broken cord. The gravy hanging scroll.
Gravely roast master.
Roast the master. The photo of Elise, which I don't think, maybe, I don't know, maybe. Misty Faye, which is so crazy. That's something else that was on my mind. Apparently there have been a couple things on my mind. Sonicraft donated 101 bits, hey space.
Doesn't that sound like weird though? She's saying Mystic Elise attacked Maya.
Oh no, yeah, of course that sounds strange. I don't believe that. Like, that,
Yeah.
there's something
I wasn't
wrong
sure if
with
you-
this.
Thought about that or not?
No, I did. That
Considering
doesn't...
their relationship. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So it doesn't exactly say, unless, you know, Maya's just angry at her mom. I don't even know if Misty, Maya didn't know that that was her mom anyway. I don't know. There's a lot of things that we need to connect, but I'm pretty sure that this is a completely false testimony. Probably not to the fault of Iris, but we'll see. The weather data, very important. Actually, it has been kind of important. The Shushito. There's not that much evidence in this case, huh? The autopsy report from 10 to 11 caused loss of blood and stabbed in the back. Body fell 10 feet after death. That might be important here. Taken that... Well, no. Maybe. Taken that night from the main gate to Dusky Bridge. Yeah, the whole snowmobile thing. Did we ever answer that? How that happened? I forget.
I don't remember and I don't care. I have no idea.
Alright, fair. Courtyard where Elise Donham was murdered. Okay, now we're getting into the news. Nice! Toadsy's dead woman. Nice.
Horrible sketch.
Horrible sketch. Freaking flying woman, of course. The crystal sphere. Right, that. We found that in the snow. Found an outcropping near it and has blood on it and came from the victim's staff. The master's talisman, which was worn by her. And then the note that apparently Morgan Fay left Pearl, which is weird, but we figured that out. So let's take a look at the statements that we have in front of us now. I went to the inner temple that night and saw it all happen in the garden. Hold it! Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You said yesterday that on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the inner temple at all. Objection!
Did she now? Too bad for you, what she said yesterday doesn't mean much today.
Okay, wow, first of all, rude.
By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go?
I was in the inner temple's training hall.
A private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony.
I mean, she could
That would be properly described as hearsay.
Well, what do you have to say, witness?
I just couldn't tell him the truth at that time.
Wow, so you're a liar.
Mystic Maya. She's your girlfriend, isn't she?
Is Pearl here? No!
I didn't want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit murder.
There. We all
Oh my God, here we
understand
go
how
again.
difficult this is for you.
Oh yeah, the judge.
Now then, let's continue with the testimony.
Phoenix didn't deny that Maya's his girlfriend.
He wasn't
What
as head over
did you
heels
witness in
for
the
Iris as he
temple
was
garden?
for Dahlia, though.
Well,
He has a
yeah,
thing for redheads.
maybe. I mean, that was a long time ago. He was...
Well, Your Honor.
Phoenix was young back then, stupid. Now he's still stupid, but not that
I mean the
stupid.
judge.
Oh, the judge?
Remember when he's like all fawning over, him and Winston Payne were fawning over...
Okay, I do remember
Dahlia.
that.
He's not doing that as much here.
It might also be because of the clothes, you know, friggin' Dahlia had like the weird-ass thing on top of other stuff, you know, the umbrella, you know?
And
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff. I saw
Yeah.
Miss Billy strike Mystic Maya with her staff. Hold it! You're saying that the victim attacked Maya? I mean, Miss Faye?
Yes. Oh, it was truly a frightening scene. Mystic Maya was struck hard on the head and she looked like she was going to collapse.
What were you doing at the time? Why didn't you stop them from fighting?
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move.
I hate this situation.
I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock.
Everyone except for Morgan is a victim here.
That's perfectly understandable, my dear.
This doesn't sound right.
Everyone except the person currently in jail.
Yeah! I don't believe this testimony for a minute.
Oh, what happened after that?
I don't believe it either. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Hold it! She moved in to deliver a fatal strike.
Yes. I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon.
No. Wait a minute. What was this weapon?
It was some kind of dagger.
Oh, that's what you think. A dagger, huh? And at least Donham tried to stab her with this weapon. To kill Miss Faye?
Yes, exactly.
The fuck is Bikini a victim? That's a fair point, Narwhal. Her back, that's why. Her back in the cold weather.
No, this time of weather, this time of year.
This time of weather. Yeah,
Oh, in the winter. Ha!
she's a victim to that.
You looked like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of...
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Last time we also learned that Gatto's visor isn't just some weird-ass
Worcestershire
cosplay thing.
sauce.
He actually needs that. I forgot about that, too. A lot of small details.
Do you have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy?
Oh, that's me. Lawyer boy. Do I have a problem with Iris's testimony? There is one thing. Your Honor, I have a
Just
small
one
problem
thing.
with the witness's testimony.
You do?
You know, I have way too much fun pointing with this game. I really shouldn't. But I do.
Yeah.
But this witness is your own client.
Your mom is my own client.
Yes, well, nevertheless.
That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony.
Usually that's important when that happens.
Yes, sir.
Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that. I like my job.
Listen, Gramps. I won't say it again.
You can't treat me like that.
Final judgment will be rendered by me.
You do not have the jurisdiction to do that.
What?
I mean, maybe with the judge here you do, because he takes
Before I douse
everything.
you in the blackest, the hottest hell coffee, something. Okay, now. Let's continue.
She threw her
Oh,
staff
no
away
one
and
came
pulled
over
the dagger
here.
from inside her robe. Hold it! She threw her staff away? Like, how far away?
Jesus.
Mystic Elise was trying to kill Mystic Maya. I think that's why she wanted a more lethal weapon.
Well, I mean, why would she throw her staff away if her staff was actually a knife? Even though no one knows that except for me and Gumshoe. But, surprise! I feel like the fact that no one knows about that besides me and Gumshoe is very important, because it's gonna like cut into some problem, you know? It might be this, but we'll figure that out as time goes on. It might literally be this.
It's
but
true. It's not easy to inflict a deadly blow with a
It
staff.
might literally just be this. Sister Iris, let me make sure I've got this straight. The victim herself chose to throw away her staff. It's probably this.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Is there anything odd about that, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, I saw it alright. It is.
Mystic Elise attacked Mystic Maya with the dagger. I'm sure of this.
She wouldn't do that. That's her mom. His mom, her daughter. Miss Maya tried desperately to defend herself. So I'm pretty sure that I've gotta mention the staff thing, but you know we gotta press the other stuff. Miss Maya tried desperately to defend herself with her. Hold it! What? I always do this. And then
Mystic Maya, she turned things around, and then she used the weapon she had taken and lunged forward for a strike.
Witness, are you absolutely certain?
Yes, but believe me, she had no choice. If Mystic Maya hadn't done something,
Maya Fey's name would have been written on this autopsy report instead.
that would have been bad.
Hmm. Yes, I see.
Wouldn't have liked that very much. This is bad. I still can't put the pieces together. Unless I find a contradiction in her testimony, Maya's going to get blamed for this.
I only have this to say.
It was only in self-defense. You can't blame him for that. I'm interested to see what Gato says about that. Hold it! If he says anything at all. Dead! So you're saying Maya Fey was the one who stabbed Miss Elise Donor? Sister Iris, is that really what you saw?
Yes.
Try it. If your mug is filled with black and bitter suspicions, the only way to get rid of them is to drink them down quick.
I don't know what that means.
Like this!
Chug, chug, chug.
I know that's supposed to be a metaphor, but I don't get it.
Okay. Oh, too much. Oh, there's only one thing you need to get, Trite. It's called evidence.
Damn it.
Now hurry up, before my next cup gets cold.
What does that mean? Is Gato waiting for me to point out the contradictions?
Because you're
Yeah, he
stupid.
knows.
I like to avoid the whole spirit channeling thing if I can. Not only would it be inadmissible as evidence, but I think it might actually hurt our standing with the judge. First I need to pick her testimony apart and expose the unnatural sounding parts. I don't know why I was to tell a story like this. But there are two things I noticed that just don't add up. Two things. Okay, so
easy.
she threw her staff away and pulled a dagger from inside her robe. Now, why would she do that if her staff was a knife, you know?
I don't know.
She threw her staff away and pulled the dagger from inside her robe. Why would she do that? I hope that I'm not... Objection! Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events.
I'm gonna say real quick that you're gonna want to try and be at full health for the entirety of this trial.
Awesome. Good to know.
This is like the only trial where it's like that. But yeah, you're gonna.
I usually
Iris.
like to be at full health, but yeah, good to know.
So just don't ever fail.
Alright, I will make sure. Miss Stoneham throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me.
But all you can do with the staff is hit someone.
So are you telling me to save Scum? Is that what you're telling me to do?
I mean, that's one way to do it.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe a little bit.
You have to think you don't do that anyway.
Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but...
Yeah, I did it.
The victim's staff had a special feature about it. I mean, I I save stated like last time.
Yeah,
but
yeah, no.
I save state. I save scum like once or twice with this game. Not too much. I don't like to do it if I can handle it. But like, if I'm about to die,
But
I'll
you
always save
can't
scum.
handle it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't. Especially since I'm streaming, and even if I wasn't streaming, I'd do that anyway. If I'm down to 1 health, I wouldn't want to just redo the entire thing for no reason. As you can see, it's a sword.
You're a sword.
We were revealing that hand much quicker than I was expecting us to. If Lee Stoneham really had wanted to kill Maya Fey, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already.
What the hell is
What the
that
hell
wording?
is going on?
Well, sister-
Already had a thing in our
She
hands
had a
already?
Beautiful sword.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
That's
Sister
weird.
Iris, what do you have to say?
Okay.
No. That was an impressive bit of investigating, Trite.
Thank you. It's all thanks to Gumshoe. Actually,
I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff.
can we raise his pay for finding that out?
But even so,
Didn't you find it out?
I mean, we wouldn't have found out if he didn't give me the metal detector. So
You just say,
I'll give him the credit.
a long sword is unwieldy, and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat.
I guess.
Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade.
I mean, I don't know. Whatever you say. Well, I'm just painting the negative.
Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey.
No.
As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony.
But there is something strange about this whole testimony.
No way.
Oh, well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point.
Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument. I will.
Mr. Wright!
I have another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. I do. Because Miss Lee Stoneham would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey. I did mention that. Okay, probably like this, right? Because this shows that she's Misty Fey, I think. It would either be that or like, no, it wouldn't be the hanged scroll with gravy all over it because it's obscured by gravy.
Yeah.
So, I guess so. That is something I was thinking because, you know, that kind of is her daughter. Take that!
Just kind of.
Just a little bit.
Oh, well, Mr. Gatto?
That doesn't sound like good
If you ask
lines
me,
of dialogue.
the only thing that seems strange is the angle of Mr. Trite's index finger.
No. Okay.
Right, sticking your finger in an electrical outlet might be safer for you.
Okay, so that's wrong.
Otherwise, it might get bitten off next time you poke it in the wrong place.
Ah!
Cute.
I'm pretty
Awesome.
sure. Is there a health refill halfway through?
I still don't think that was done. If you think about the relationship, it's obvious. Yeah, that's why I presented that.
Oh, why don't you think it over one more time?
I think it's
It might have been.
the gravy.
It might have been a profile.
Oh, profile?
You might have Misty Face profile.
I think I do. Yeah, there she is.
Or like go to Elite Stoneham.
Real name Misty
Oh,
Fey.
God damn it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That should have worked too. That like we found that out because of this.
I mean, they don't know how the hell it.
Well, yeah, but
they
I
don't
kind of figured
Yeah,
that I
they're
would
stupid.
show it. I would
Yeah, but like,
show it and then
it's been
explain.
said in court that Maya Fey is like in the main family already, and if that's like a big relic for the main
Yeah,
family,
this makes
like,
no sense. I don't.
No, but it was
perfectly
worn.
fine.
But the thing was, it was worn by Elise Donham, and because it was worn by her, that proves that she was part of that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty stupid.
So that
Yeah,
should have worked.
I actually was surprised it didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
was
thought it
confused
would.
myself.
Very
Is
well.
there a health refill? Do you guys know?
It doesn't matter. Too
I
much.
haven't. It kind of matters a lot.
What is gonna happen in the future?
It just matters.
You guys are concerning me now.
we just
but
want you to
alright.
be at full health.
I should load my save state back for the first case, and then I can go play through the rest of it real quick.
Isn't there like? I swear to God, there's whatever.
I don't know. Look it up on the internet.
I'm really worried why you guys want me to be at full health so bad. I don't know what that means. Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present... Mr. Wright, I have here another piece of evidence that shows it... Never do that. So I gotta show her profile then? Really,
Yeah.
Misty Faye? Take that! The exact same piece of evidence, practically. Elise Stoneham would never have attacked Maya Faye.
The fuck are you talking about?
That's not what Iris said.
You're right.
How can you be so sure?
Because the victim's real name was not Elise Stoneham. Her real name was Misty Faye.
Oh! No! Not Misty Faye!
Who's Misty Faye? Is she related to, you know...
Misty Faye is the master of the crane channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Faye.
Are you serious right now? I don't believe this
I know,
shit.
it's like a sitcom
Is
drama.
it really true? Mr. Wright, was Mystic Elise Stoneham actually the great Mystic Misty?
Man, you're getting all riled up about this, huh?
No.
She's usually pretty calm about stuff.
No.
There's no doubt about it. It looks like Iris had no idea.
Hold up. I'm like... I can hardly believe it.
Bam! The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hasn't seen in 17 years? Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing. Dude, it's the I'm Right song.
Order in this court. Upon first hearing the witness's testimony, it seems natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented. One, that the victim was supposedly threw away a sword during a fight. And two, that the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter.
Yeah.
Despite the facts being believable when taken on their own,
No.
when taken together, the entire story seems a little difficult to
Unlocked,
believe.
Woken down.
Thank you.
For this stream.
Good, I'm glad.
Listen.
I can use that too.
There's nothing in this world that's impossible.
I mean,
Everything.
yeah, a mother and a daughter could get into a sword fight, really, but they had no troubled past, I guess.
Except for one little thing.
Yes? What is this one little impossible thing?
You still don't get it.
No, I don't.
You think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps.
Okay, Coffee.
No, your beans are just fine, dude.
Could you get to your point, please?
I heard this witness's confession this morning,
Okay.
just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of my morning coffee.
You're gonna have a heart attack, dude. I'm sorry to say. You are really gonna have a heart attack pretty soon.
You're going to ruin your health, my friend.
Yeah.
Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession,
No, be healthy.
I had a
you idiot.
detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime.
Who? Who is he talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And he discovered this little beauty.
How did we not find that? Where was it?
Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing?
That is actually the knife that Gumshoe used to cut his red jelly, and Gatto's lying.
Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else?
Well, now that you mention it,
If you look
if you look very closely,
Very closely.
there appears to be some blood on it.
If you look extremely closely. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I was investigating at all.
Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene?
Huh? The pine tree? That one? I did
The
look at
dagger
that.
was stuck in the back side of the pine tree.
God dang it. I always knew that
Yeah,
would
okay,
be the
I
death
feel
of
like
the-
somebody would have looked there.
Yeah, probably. Especially like if they were going around the thing, which someone definitely would have, but whatever.
When the last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women, this little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree.
Awesome. Hey, T&D.
Which means the blood on the dagger belongs to the victim, correct?
You know, I knew that when I saw the whole Maya written in blood thing, I thought that someone was gonna try and blame her for this, but now we're just like here, and it's like cool. Not cool, actually.
Huh.
Awesome.
Were you even listening, old man?
know.
I first
my
heard this
hearing's
confession this morning. Just as I had taken my first sip of my 13th cup of
Oh, why
morning
do I
coffee.
find your judge shit so funny? Didn't you say it was your 8th just a few minutes ago?
I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice.
In any case, this court will accept the dagger as evidence.
I feel like that's very important. Can I just say that?
Furthermore,
the fact that
I
you guys
order that
had
a blood
18
test
cups
be
of
performed
coffee.
on it immediately.
No, the fact that we don't
Yeah.
know whose blood it is.
Yeah. What if it's
This is my
my
street.
blood?
That would be
Make sure
very
you treat her
strange.
right.
What if it's your blood?
That would be even weirder.
What if it's Phoenix's blood?
That would make sense.
What if it's the judge's blood?
If
No!
there's some evidence in the crime lab, protest
that's,
immediately.
now that's unacceptable.
Honestly, yeah. Found behind a tree in the inner temple garden. The blood is being analyzed now.
Now then, the testimony we've just heard has numerous unbelievable
I hope
aspects
that it's
to
not
it.
Maya's blood, because we don't know whose blood it is. I don't want Maya to have been stabbed. I really don't want that.
However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible.
Cute girls never lie. Ever.
Is that true?
User be like,
In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court.
I'm pretty sure that we've seen a couple cute girls in this game series that have lied, so I think you're wrong, Gato.
Yeah.
About what, Your Honor?
Like April May.
About the incidents you saw. The battle between the two women, please. I want to know about the women.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh my god. So here's a question that I don't remember if we figured out or not, but we know that Pearl was given the letter from Morgan, right? And we know that she wanted her to channel Dahlia. I think that was what it was. Yeah. Was that whole point?
I don't know, you have the letter.
I can't look at it right now. The battle.
Well, you can
Yeah, now.
later. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff.
Hit over the head with the staff, dude. Nice. I'm pretty sure that that's what it was. Gravely roast the master. I thought that's... Here's a picture of her. Pearl gave us a picture of Dahlia, right? Or am I misremembering that? Because I'm pretty
She
sure...
didn't give you anything. It got burned up.
I swear we found out who she was trying to channel. I swear we found that out.
You made a hypothesis about it, but we don't know for sure.
Maybe I'm crazy.
All we know is she failed. She couldn't
Yeah,
channel.
that's what I was gonna say. Alright. I don't know then. I thought that was a thing that we knew, but maybe it's not. Maybe I was just so convinced of it that
That's
it
why
just
Pearl
became
ran
true.
away, is because she thought her powers are gone and she's useless.
Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of a point that I was gonna get into, but I guess all of that is flawed if we don't know for sure that it's Dahlia, so I guess I was just wrong there. Or maybe I am, and you guys just suck, but I guess we'll figure that out.
We might suck.
Humans are not without sin,
Yeah,
so not
well,
every girl is
We usually
taken.
do suck.
True.
It's your job to remember, not us. We played the game.
That is a good point.
It was like 2 weeks ago. I can't remember things from 2 weeks ago. I stumbled briefly after being hit over the head.
Play this whole game. Easy.
I could have. If
But
I
then
wasn't
she
streaming.
dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon.
I probably would have done that if I was streaming, or at least in 2 days. Most. Hey!
Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern.
No! The red blood!
That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise.
Damn.
Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she
No, of course I'm
collapsed.
gonna remember my favorite man. It's just I'm talking about more small details, and this game is way more heavily reliant on small details because you're a defense attorney. I feel like I can remember things well unless they're like super minute stuff, and like this is, I don't know. That's obviously been a problem with Ace Attorney streams in the past, but usually I figure it out as time goes on and I remember small details. But I certainly wouldn't remember I certainly wouldn't forget an entire character unless they were super minor.
Bremimon, the
That
Enigma.
was a very heartbreaking story.
Yeah, like Bramimon.
No. I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but It had been 17 years since Misty's disappearance. Well, perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
What?
What?
That seems reasonable.
Burb just subscribed for
Sorry.
19 months. Currently on a 4-month streak.
Force of habit.
What?
Nothing.
Hello, Awokenkyoger from twitch.tv/Awokenkyoger. Thank you for the subscription, Burb. I appreciate that. Seems reasonable. Thank you, dude.
Oh, now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Alright, I will. The battle. Yeah, right, Dandy. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head. Hold it! Iris, when were you? Where were you standing when you witnessed all this?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, where were your feet on the ground? Where were you physically at that moment? Well, if either of them had noticed you, yeah, pretty close, they might not have continued their battle.
I wonder if that's true. The two of them, they were standing near the garden's stone lantern.
Yeah, they were.
I was watching the whole thing from behind.
Behind what?
It was dark where the two of them were, so I think that's why they didn't see me.
But there were, like, lantern lights. I don't know if those were lit. Is that a piece of evidence that I have, the lantern lights?
So it was all dark in the garden when the murder took place. Tell me, what did Miss Maya Fey do after she was
Well,
struck?
then, if it was so dark, how did you see them?
She's got night vision.
Oh, shit. When she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her. Hold it! What happened to the victim's staff then?
I'm not sure. The area was very dark, so I couldn't really see. I think it got knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated.
Then, that makes sense. That would explain the need for a dagger.
Mystic Elise raised the dagger to strike, but Mystic Maya dodged it at the last second. The dagger struck the lantern and fell to the ground.
Okay.
And then at some point, Mystic Maya picked it up.
Nothing sounds especially strange yet.
What did the victim do when the weapon was stolen from her?
Good question.
Yeah, we know who Quote. Of course we know who Quote is.
Suddenly Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive. But they're back on the... So hold it! You're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim?
Yes.
Turn tables.
Big noise.
But Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger.
She wasn't herself at the time. I still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at knife point? That's just silly. She wasn't herself at the moment.
As they say, a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal.
Oh, okay.
Nobody?
No one says that.
I believe the correct description of a cornered fox is scared and petrified.
Your animal analogies have grown tiresome.
You were the one who started it.
Shut up.
Anyways.
Guys, my hand hurts now because I was banging my desk.
So, after Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone lantern, what happened next?
Dude, I have no idea. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed. Hold it! No! Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw?
No.
Fuck.
Yes, I'm almost certain.
Almost! Bitch!
Almost.
The garden was
couldn't-
dark. I couldn't really tell who was who.
Ah, so you're stupid! What did she just say? So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely.
We know that Maya Fey was at the inner temple that night. That woman, and the woman that was killed was Mystic Elise Donum. Fuck! I'm ceased to sing Mystic.
I don't think they're smaller. I think that's.
Isn't it
normal
fairly
now.
obvious who attacked who?
I haven't changed it at least. I don't have anything to counter that yet. Awesome.
Well then, witness, please continue your
I
testimony.
don't have anything to counter that yet.
Yes, Your Honor.
Maybe I will later. Two of them faced
Two
each
of them
other
faced
for
each
a
other
moment.
for a moment. Then Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise.
Okay.
Then Mystic Elise doubled over and fell to the ground.
So, she was stabbed in the stomach, huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
So she managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. Hold it! Where did that dagger go? We know that!
I have no idea. It was dark and I couldn't see.
According to the detective who found the dagger, it was stuck into the pine tree in the garden.
Yeah.
Most likely, it was flung towards the tree after the struggle.
I don't get how that's
Idiot.
possible if it landed in the back of it. That doesn't seem to make much sense.
That is the most likely explanation, yes.
Because they were, like, in front of the stone thing, which seems like it's about, like, the same length from the door, however I explain that, the same depth into the thing. So I don't know how her throwing a knife makes it bounce off the wall and into the backside of the pine tree, but whatever you say. After being stabbed in the stomach, did the victim collapse right away?
Now that I think of it. She seemed to stare at Mystic Maya for a while.
I wonder why that is.
And Mystic Maya stood there, not moving an inch.
This is too complicated for my pee-wee brain.
It felt for a moment like time had just stopped.
Maybe that's exactly what happened.
But then,
Thank you, Judge.
alright, suddenly, as if the spell had worn off, Mystic Elise fell over.
It seems like a reasonable story at first. Yeah, I better find the truth soon. I hope so. But there's one thing that is completely impossible. The very idea
Time
of
stopping?
Maya stabbing someone. And time stopping! That alone is impossible. Which means this faulty testimony must contain another contradiction in it somewhere. Unless Maya just turned into a murderer for some reason. Okay, so I've already pressed everything. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. We already figured out, like, you know, the staff is a sword, but that doesn't really matter, apparently. But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise! Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. Oh, it seemed like a reasonable story at first, but then there's one thing that's completely impossible. Maya would never stab anyone! Okay. I think it's time to save the game, because apparently I'm save scumming now. Alright, so let me try and figure out what it is that I need to use here. The blood is being analyzed now. Would be very helpful to know where that blood is, whose that is. Replay after being hit over the head with the staff. This is all about their fight specifically, so what about their fight doesn't seem to make sense? That's what we gotta figure out. So Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. But then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. I don't see how I dodged with that. Suddenly Mystic Elise was the one in the defensive, with her back to the stone lantern. So Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Okay. So where is the pine tree? I guess the pine tree is a little bit more forward, if this picture's telling me the truth. I don't know. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Still, I don't think that would have happened. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. Okay. All very good information. Oh! Loss of blood from stab in the back. That might be important. So, if that's the case... Suddenly Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern. That's when Mystic Maya stabbed her. However, the knife wound that she had was in the back. She couldn't really be stabbed with her back to the wall. Elise was the one on the defensive with the back to the stone lantern. Which one of these would work for? I mean, probably this one. This is the one with the picture, you know? This one has the picture. And also it's saying this is when she stabbed her. So... let's try that. Objection! Something about you just isn't right today, Iris. Right? Something strange.
Huh?
The music is good. Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions. I'd be such a great lawyer.
What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony?
Imagine fucking someone who's a lawyer and they're just like speaking, and your testimony contains very many contradictions. That would be a good lawyer. Yeah, exactly. The picture that everyone can see. According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Yes, both of you say it.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right?
Yes, I think so.
But she like sighs like, ah.
But according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back.
What the fuck?
What the fucking shit?
Iris says, "What the fucking shit?"
This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony.
What the fucking shit?
Man, this is crazy. More contradictions in Iris' testimony?
Oh, what is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
What contradictions in an attorney witness's testimony?
So weird.
It's simple.
You're simple, Gato.
Wow, okay.
People are like, look. We've all
People
got
are
a
like
front
a
and a
book.
back.
What?
You get my drift?
You just say people are like a book?
People are like book. Caveman
People are
Gato.
People are like a book. Me, Gato. Me, coffee. They jumped out
Is
of
that
the
all you have to say?
God damn it.
I could also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind.
Objection!
I also say darkness.
Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already? The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away a useful staff? The people fighting being mother and daughter? And now, she falsely claimed that the victim was stabbed in the stomach.
There are certainly some inconsistencies.
Yeah, there are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Iris, how about it?
Yeah, what the fuck, Iris?
Well, it's just... If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing.
What do you mean?
There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee.
Okay,
But to pick out each one requires total concentration and the use
Okay,
of all
look,
your senses.
Gato, you're cool. You could really tone down the coffee stuff.
Were you really concentrating on what this witness actually said?
Prosecutor Gato, explain yourself.
The witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said
Okay,
that the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly.
yeah, you're right. That was said.
A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light.
Can you stop talking as if you're some like high-level philosopher with like the most beautiful things to say than any other person has in the world when you're just saying like, in order to see you need light. Like, thank you, Gato. You're very helpful. God,
Light?
this man.
By the way, did you know
Gaming?
Hazakura Temple has a rule on nights when an acolyte is in inter-temple training? The stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit.
Okay. I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for.
Well, if that's true, well, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly?
Yeah, she should have.
Normally, yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern.
Possible.
It hadn't been used in a long time, and the wick was no good.
Just put a new wick in it, idiot.
In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night.
Okay.
There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all.
Most enlightening.
Light.
You all got that in the...
Yes, that illuminating
Gallery,
fact has
right?
chased all the contradictions away.
Bailiff, you wrote that down, right?
If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see.
Okay.
Gonna go publish my Judge joke book later.
Judge joke book.
It also explains why they didn't recognize each other.
Yes, and that also explains why Maya just decided to stab a bitch.
No, it doesn't.
We can't see the demons that lurk in the night.
I don't, Burbo.
That's
sorry.
why humans believe. Isn't that right, Trite?
Gato believes in demons, canon. No! What?
No, order.
Am I fucking missing something?
Here, Your Honor. Let me present the stone lantern as evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind.
I think I missed something. Stone lantern added to the court record. Land from the Inner Temple Garden was not lit the night of the crime. Yeah. So that just further disproves Iris's testimony. Why is it just sitting there with that look on his face?
What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot?
The flame that I used to cook my coffee.
This lantern. There's something written on it.
Oh no, don't worry about that. That's not important.
Huh?
Well, why? It's written in blood.
And upside
No, it's
down
not.
for
It's
some
written
reason.
in ketchup.
Oh boy, ketchup. So the judge didn't know about that yet.
What does this sign
blood.
say? 11037.
Burp just made that joke too.
I know he did.
Of
But-
course.
I mean, I don't know he did. I mean, I know he did in the sense that I knew that joke would have been made. I didn't see
Yeah.
him say it.
It says...
It says. It
I
says.
am upside down.
It says.
Barack Obama.
There we go.
Barabu.
Take your time, Scott. You can figure it out. You got it.
It says.
You got it.
It says what? Woo. W O.
The string is longer than it's supposed to be. Blame Scott's idiocy. What the?
What?
Oh, yes.
I don't know what
That's right.
you said.
It says brow. Brow. You're right. It says brow actually.
After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. She must have been writing on that stone lantern behind her.
In her own blood, of course. She like stuck her hand into the stab wound and be like, I gotta write this down in my dream journal, and she died before she could finish it.
That's not her
Yeah?
journal.
It could
With the
be.
blood that was draining out of her body.
She had a blood drain. What?
Blood drain, dude.
It certainly looks that
Okay,
way.
this entire situation is ridiculous. There's a lot wrong. Ruined my dream.
Objection!
Nothing is wrong.
Hang on just a minute.
Can we like get Iris
What
to
are you all
contempt of court
talking about?
to make her leave?
What are you talking about?
No, well, what do you mean? What are we all talking about?
We're talking about the message written in blood. Are you colorblind?
Nonsense.
Nonsense.
This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle.
Are you stupid or colorblind? Could it be? You can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday.
My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything.
So that's what he meant by that.
In any case, this is obviously an important clue.
Maybe he's not colorblind, but I feel like that's kind of hard to miss. Also, I guess colorblindness wouldn't exactly do that.
We know that the crime scene was dark.
Sorry, I had to respond to RJ saying he'll be gone for a while.
And that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Gatto, anything further?
No.
Oh, damn.
Mr. Gatto?
I think that this kind of ruins entirely his idea of what's going on.
Okay then, let's move on.
Kano is literally shaking. Somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose.
Well, I believe it has now been established that Miss Stoneham was killed by Maya Fey.
No, it has not been! That's just wrong!
Not wrong.
Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
I'm
Me?
right.
Oh, her.
Yes, sir.
Oh, right.
After the victim died, you did something, didn't you?
You did something, you bad girl.
Let's hear it. We're all ears.
Sister Iris's cover-up. Witness testimony.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge.
Dusky Bridge.
Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple and... I used the Shishido to alter the way the wound
Oh.
looked.
Wow.
It's so altered.
So altered.
It's so altered.
So you moved the body?
Still don't know if this has anything important about it, but do remember there is this one weird spot of the Shishito that doesn't have blood, which is strange. Keep that
Yeah,
in
like
mind.
the whole sword.
No, not that. I guess you guys can't see my mouse. Oh, you know, this is the perfect time to do this thing that I made.
I see it.
I know, but this is a good time to show it off. I had an idea because like I can't point at shit with my cursor. I made like a cursor thing.
Use your finger.
Yeah, use my finger. That's a good idea. I made a cursor thing like on slobs so I can like actually point to shit. And it's like looks like my real mouse. It's pretty cool. How does that look, guys?
Can't see it on the screen
I don't
share.
know what
You guys can't
The
see
screen
it,
does not-
but the stream sees it. So I can point at whatever I want to
Alright,
now.
time to look at the Awokenkyoger
Yeah,
stream.
look at all the stuff I can point to.
Look
in
at the
case-
Awoken.
Oh my god, I got an ad. No, I don't want to give you money.
If I ever need, yes,
Yeah,
it was all part of my
last-
plan.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, it works
Getting
pretty
quick
well.
Take a
money.
screenshot so I don't have to give him money.
No.
Alright, yeah, you either give Kyogre
Exactly.
money or you give Disney money. What do you want to do?
Ugh, both are really bad options.
Point it. Okay, I'll point at you guys here. I can't move it down that far. Oh yeah, I
How can
can.
you point at us?
Can I make
No,
money?
not you guys. I'm talking to Burb and Narwhal. They wanted to be.
I like
pointed at.
money.
Oh,
Money,
they're not as
money,
important.
money, Mr.
Yeah, I got it.
Just kidding.
Crab.
The viewers are what make the
You
live
asked me to.
stream.
All right.
I like money.
I just thought that was a cool thing that I could do because because obviously you know I can't point at things without my mouse or you guys can't see
You
my
can't,
finger.
you can't point at things.
Yeah. So
You
moved
were
the block.
unable. You were unable to
sorry.
perform point.
You guys haven't had a problem with it when I like point
Yes.
directly at the webcam.
I was raised at Hazakura Temple.
I was also racist.
I owe a
No,
great
you were
deal
not,
of thanks
Scott,
to the
stop
fake
lying.
man.
Like how swiftly you shut that
But
down.
even so, I never imagined.
Like there is no hesitation. You're like, no, you were
Because
not.
I know you're lying.
You're like, fast check.
But at
You
least
were
Stonen was
not-
actually Misty Faye.
I should have yelled objection.
objection.
I've committed a terrible sin.
I said
makes sense,
fuck.
Terrible trick of fate.
I believe you're looking for a twist of fate, Your Honor.
No, says the Your Honor.
I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body,
But then I didn't.
but
No, I think she did.
You were
Ew!
spotted by the head nun, correct?
I'm so fucking. Why am I so mean?
yes, and that's why I couldn't go
I'm
back.
such an
What?
asshole. That was so rude.
What did you do? I wasn't even.
Bikini
paying
came out
attention.
screaming. I
I
just
don't
screamed.
think Bikini
"Ew!"
cares that much that you said ew.
I should think she would. It's just
Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
yes, Your Honor. All right, guys, it's cross-examine time. Sister Iris's cover-up.
What the fuck is she even trying to cover
Dude,
up?
the murder probably, and also my save scumming. That's okay.
Ta-da.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to hold it. So you waited until everything was over before making a move. Cow.
No, it's not like that.
Objection.
Objection! She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes.
It
It's
was
not
me.
surprising that she was a little timid.
Thank you, Scott.
Yes, I suppose
I
that's
did
true.
it.
Uh,
I may have
sometimes
not
blind
been raised
fucking
in
lawyers argue
Hazakura
back and
Temple,
forth with each
but I
other.
committed the murder.
I believe that one.
Oh, fuck. I thought you wouldn't.
Nope. Get wrecked.
I feel so helpless that I just
I fucking-
sit quietly and watch for them to reach
I just
a
said
conclusion.
get wrecked. I'm sorry to everyone who heard that.
Get wrecked.
I'm literally the. What is wrong with me today? I am so
you are
sorry.
the world's worst person.
I hate that
Get
those
wrecked.
words just came out of my mouth. Okay.
Guys, I
I-
can gift a
being
sub right
getting
now
say
to be
right.
number 1. Should I do it?
Are you number one?
No.
Isn't it your job as the judge to mediate the argument?
Isn't it your job as judge to be number one?
It wasn't until Mystic Maya saw me.
Maybe you're right, Baretsu. Maybe I'm just turning into Ryuji.
That it
You
finally
can't
dawned
say
on me
fuck.
what she had done.
He did say that, didn't he? Thought it was my duty to protect the few. Hold it! So then, you knew? He can say it, but I can't say it. You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey.
I don't even know what a
Yes.
Maya Fey is.
Of course I did.
That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position.
Anyway, she was a very special person
Man.
indeed.
Iris is really not acting like herself, huh? Strange. So I removed the body from the inner temple by my— Hold it!
Why you hold it?
Why did you do that?
Because I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way.
Why not?
I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene.
You could have just— It would have been pretty easy to just, like, throw it into the river. I'm just gonna say. You had to cross the bridge as it is, like... I'm just saying. That probably would have been a better idea.
It would
You
not.
moved her body all by yourself?
That's so cool.
It's so cool.
Yes.
Maybe
I did.
she just channeled, like... She channeled, what's his name, Terry Falls to do it. Because he's big and strong. I'm such a genius.
It would have been
steps ahead.
impossible if it wasn't for the snow.
The snow, huh? Right behind me, all the way.
Wait a minute. There's no such thing as snow.
I think maybe. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that one. Straight behind me. Hold it! It's pretty amazing you could make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge.
It looks worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite
Well, then
its
why
age.
were there no woman drag marks on the ground?
Why are there no
Oh, of
women
course.
around?
It's like they say. Idiots are too stupid to even catch a simple cold.
Okay, Gato.
What's that supposed to mean?
But there's one other thing that bothers me. Why not just throw the body into the Eagle River? Yeah! Oh shit, I forgot that was there. I mean, it would have been much easier than dragging it all the way to Hazakura Temple.
I thought that it would still cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya.
Why?
That's why I tried to take the body as far away as possible.
Okay, I guess. Ha!
Makes perfect sense to me. For the time being.
Wouldn't... Did she not see the whole Maya written in blood thing? Because if she was really trying to protect her, you'd think that she'd clean that.
Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge?
Then I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura. Hold it! The snowmobile? I knew that would show up sooner or later.
Yes, I had the key.
Can't believe you.
I used a snowmobile to travel from Hazakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? Of course! About the tracks. If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes. Naturally, you would expect tracks.
I sure do love me some good old tracks. You know, tracks like this. These kind of tracks. This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Thank you, Phoenix. Are these the tracks from the ride?
Yes, I think they are.
But I can only see one set of tracks here.
I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when we left Hazakura Temple.
Oh, I see. Snow is still falling, huh?
And then when the murder took place, it had already stopped.
That's pretty convenient for you and your snow-loving ass, huh?
Okay. And that's why there were such fresh-looking tracks.
Well, how about it, Mr. Wright? Oh, what do you think of this testimony?
I don't care.
when I don't care.
Going home.
So it snowed from 7 to approximately 10:50, which would mean that her time of death would have had to be like actually at 11 for that time frame to really work. Well, not necessarily at 11 because she had to like drag the body. So I guess that time frame does work out. I'm gonna keep that in mind in case I need to come back to it, but I'm gonna say it's not important for right now because as far as I can tell, that lines up. But I'll keep it in mind. Nothing I've heard sounds strange at all. I better not get too worked up about it. I'm fine, Your Honor. I have no problems with her testimony.
Oh, very well then. Let's continue with the testimony. So, you transported the body by snowmobile all the way to Hazakura Temple courtyard?
Yes. I thought that way Mystic Maya would never be suspected. That's what I thought anyway. And then
Alright, so now I want to go back here. Hold it! So, let's ask about the snowmobile to see if there's anything interesting there. Let me hear more about this snowmobile ride. Was it bumpy? Was it fun? Did you scream, wee? Tell me.
Wee.
Well, it was very cold that night.
Liar. The bridge was
I
on
rode it all the
fire.
way to the foot of the bridge.
When did the bridge catch fire?
It didn't.
Oh, it didn't? Shit. Lightning does struck the bridge at 10:45. Wait a minute. If lightning struck it at 10:45, does that screw things up? Because the... So that means that it must have been snowing. So it was snowing from 10:50, which means that she would have had the snowmobile going after the snow stopped. I might be overthinking this, but I'm gonna go through this motion. So snow stopped at like 10:50. So then that means that she would have had to take the snowmobile and drive to the place at like 10:50, somewhere around there. But lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45, which means she couldn't have dragged the body over the bridge at that point. So that must be interesting. Makes no sense because you don't know what's going on, Burb. You haven't been watching all the streams, which I have no problem with. But you can't be upset. It doesn't make sense if you don't know what's going on.
Away, Burb.
The context.
You're
Yeah.
just to yourself.
Idiot.
Well,
Objection!
We talked about that earlier in the
I'm
Discord.
sorry, witness. But now I've got a problem with your testimony.
Excuse me?
Gato, what are you up to now?
That night, after the head
That's
nun
your
left the remainder of the training to you.
Well, you can't complain about being confused even if you have nothing to do, Burb.
Yeah.
yeah.
She said she walked from the inner temple back to Hazakura Temple.
Yes. I'm fairly certain that's what the record indicates.
Okay. I always forget which is the inner temple. I don't know
Let's
why.
record comments on the subject.
I think anyone told you to leave.
Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple,
That was a good bikini.
it was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean.
Right.
The snowmobile was in front of the main gate. This is one of those contradictions, wouldn't you say?
Order. Mr. Gatto, that's not your fucking job.
Man, there's so many things that be going wrong at the moment.
Oh, well, why are you pointing out contradictions in the witness's testimony?
Because I'm a good guy.
Let's just say I like things to be neat and tidy, okay?
Also, because that was a really weird contradiction to have made,
Uh,
and we don't want the player
well-
to have to figure that out.
Maybe Sister Bikini missed it. Yeah, maybe she didn't see it.
Sister Bikini never is wrong, ever. We figured that out, like, last trial day. She's literally never been wrong in her entire life.
That is a-
No, I don't
Good
want to
point.
exit slobs while live. Thank you for asking, though. You think she missed it? That doesn't sound right.
Whatever. Even I don't think this is decisive enough to warrant any more time or effort. It's just... You better be careful in your testimony. That's all I wanted to say. A little smart cookie like you shouldn't have any trouble understanding that.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I'm talking to RJ now.
Wow.
RJ is very important. Okay? He's gone.
No, not really.
Oh, wow, okay. What was all that about? Why would Gato want to give me a hint?
Very well then. Let's continue with the testimony. So, you transported the body by snowmobile all the way to Hazakura's Awokenkyoger.
All the way over there.
All downtown.
Making my way downtown.
Walking slow.
Dragging
Yes.
a dead body.
I thought that way Mystic Maya would never be
And
suspected.
I go up.
Cool. Then I fly over the dusky bridge.
For the thought, anyway. And then I...
Okay. So we did that, and then it didn't give us anything else. So I'll press this, but I'm thinking that it probably has to do with the whole snowmobile thing. I have to, or like, I'll ask about the tracks, I guess, because asking about the snowmobile doesn't get us anywhere. But I think it must have something to do with the tracks, because like I was saying before, I said initially that I thought it worked out, but when you really think about the time frame, and based on the fact that lightning struck at 10:45. It just doesn't make any sense, because the snow was going for until 10:50, which, you know, tracks, all that jazz, doesn't make any sense. I used a Shichishito to hold it! Is that what you were doing when Sister Bikini saw you?
Yes, that's right. She probably thought the worst.
Probably? More like, definitely.
I see. Oh, so Sister Bikini mistakenly thought that you were the one that murdered Miss Elise Stoneham.
No.
So sorry. Please forgive me.
No.
It's my fault that this case has gotten so confusing.
Yeah.
Well, you're not wrong.
I don't want to believe it, but I don't think my logic is failing me. Iris is trying to pin the murder on Maya. But why would she want to do that? There's only one reason I can think of. Because she actually is a bad person. Okay. Where is there's the I'm gonna save again. Because that's what I do now, baby! What button do I press? Hold it! Snowmobile! Tell me more about the tracks. If I did want to move her by snowmobile, then should there be tracks in the snow? Well, yes, actually, you'd expect this. This picture was presented in the last trial. And there are only these tracks from that ride. Yeah, I think they are, but I can only see one here. I don't see what's so strange about that. The snow's still falling when I left the temple. I see. Snow was falling, and then when the murder took place, it had already stopped. Which doesn't make sense, because 10:50, 10:45, you cross bridge. Not how that work. Maya is not a dude, nor is she a shitty person. I know you know who Maya is. Never call her a shitty person again. Unless you don't know who Maya is, I actually don't really know how much you've seen of this. I don't care. How about it, Mr. Wright? It's very important. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped? That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Yeah, I figured that out myself with my big brain. Your Honor, I'd like to say what Iris just made added to the testimony.
But, does it have something to do with the case?
No, I'm just curious. All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the record. Ha!
This should be fun.
Coffee time. No, I don't need to drink it.
You. Let's get the snow business cleared up, shall we?
You didn't drink it.
Yes, sir.
By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. Hold it! There's been a lot of contradictions in your testimony so far. This time, are you sure it's all true?
Yes, I am.
When the murder had happened, the snow had already stopped. According to you, that's why the snowmobile tracks were so clear.
That's right. I'm certain of it.
I'm pretty sure that doesn't make sense. I think I've trapped her this time.
Let's see how you think. Snow, huh?
What's going on here?
If the snow really had stopped by the time of the murder, it'd mean there's a bigger hole in their story than The Grid Revelations. Okay?
Well then, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to share your theory with us. Let's see what's up your sleeve. Or rather, at the end of your index finger. I'm pretty clever.
So funny.
This is... Why are you trying to pin the murder on Maya, you jerk? Okay, so... By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. So, I mean, based on other statements, too, it seems like that's really the only thing that makes sense. Or that's the most likely thing that I would need to contradict. And, I mean, really... It's either... I mean, the only things that would make sense with that are either the weather report or the tracks, but I'm pretty sure it's the weather report based on the time frame data that I was talking about. Unless I'm wrong, I don't know. I spend way too much time doubting myself with this, so let's just try it. Objection! It was wrong! The music didn't stop!
Yep.
Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence! Okay, what was I wrong then?
It does? I don't see anything contradictory.
Really?
What was I wrong now?
Just as whatever, I don't care. There's too much time to make a funny joke.
Okay, it's time to load.
No reaction.
Okay, so that's not it. But I figured that was just... I knew, honestly, I knew that sounded kind of convoluted. It didn't sound convoluted. It makes sense, but it was going through a lot of logical things, you know, to get to that point. Because that just makes sense to me. If she was dragging the body, the snow was going till 10:50, which means that she would have had the body over the bridge by before 10:45 because of the lightning. And she probably could have gotten there pretty quickly, so that makes sense. The snow stopped falling then. But apparently that's not the correct answer. But it's gotta be that statement, based on how everyone's fucking acting whenever it goes to it, you know? So I think that I've gotta do this again. The snowmobile! What the heck? I think it was the tracks.
Boop.
Manfred is great. You know Phoenix Wright, the judge in Manfred. I love Manfred.
Me
It's
too.
very, very important. Okay, so we're back here now. Some very important dialogue going on. I'm pretty sure it's gotta be this statement. I think.
It's just gotta.
It's just gotta be this statement. So in that case, by the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. Let's see. What could it be? What could it be? I don't think that this is it. The hanging scroll, the photo of Elise, the Iris's hood, the weather data, which is wrong, Shishito, the victim's staff,
Oh god.
the autopsy reports. Cool. Taking that night from the main gate to Dusky Bridge, yeah. Courtyard, where at least Donham was murdered, this whole thing. That's not where she was murdered, supposedly. Oh, hold on. No, wait, that works out. We talked a lot about snow and how there was no snow on her body or anything, so we'd like to figure that out or something. We talked a lot about that last time, but she's saying that the snow had stopped by the time the murder took place, so I guess that works for that too. I also always put his name in all caps because of some other bit I don't remember, fair enough. Dude, the horrible sketch, obviously. Hey, Foolish, how you doing, dude? Yeah, I mean, really the only thing that makes a hell of a lot of sense... Thank you, Toad. I can tell that you're frustrated that I'm not figuring it out.
Now just like the music.
Are you sure? I can hear that like... You doing good? You're good doing some homework? Dude, like, everyone here had homework to do today and put it off. Me, Eugh, RJ, we're all doing pretty swell
I'm done
on
with
that.
school.
Yeah, I'm gonna be done with school on Sunday, which is nice. I'm just putting off doing my last thing. I'm sorry I keep reminding you, Eugh.
I know, it's bad.
Bad.
Like,
Bad.
it's from the main gate to Dusky Bridge, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we have to contradict about the time of the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. I feel like that makes sense. And the only thing that would have to do with the snow, other than the weather report, would be the tracks photo. Because everything else works with that. Nice burb. That just makes sense, I guess. Alright, let's try it. I'm save scumming this chapter anyway, or this trial anyway, so, you know, who even really cares? Who even does? Take the objection! Nope, didn't think so. Thought at least, what do you call it? Maybe, is it not that?
Maybe you're chasing the wrong idea here.
I'm beginning to think that, yeah. They sounded
Maybe
so...
you're just wrong.
They sounded so
Perhaps-
adamant about that.
Perhaps you should find another statement to present on.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now. Use you to alter the way that the wound looked. Because if it's not either of those two with this statement, then it's probably not this statement. Because over next Thursday, nice. I don't like to do it, but they told me that they want me to be at full health for this chapter for some reason. I don't know
But
why,
you're not,
and
so
it's scaring me.
Too late.
Well, I need to be as full as I can be, apparently.
Yeah, you can still. Yeah.
Because they're scaring me, and I don't know what I need to be prepared for. But I like to lose the health when I can. I don't
Think
like
about
to.
it
but
less from one perspective and more from another.
That doesn't really help me, but I'm gonna go over the
I
statements.
wasn't supposed to.
Thank you. I called out. To
Okay,
Mr.
how about
Green.
this?
I thought, no, hold on,
You're, like,
let me
thinking
look
about-
through it.
Don't
First.
tell him.
I thought it was my duty. Yeah, 'cause
Why
I,
not?
I was pretty focused on that one statement. I gotta look through the others to see if I noticed anything else. That was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition. You know, was it explained how she knew that? No, I am not a masochist. Was it ever explained how she knew that? Because they said that even Bikini didn't know. So that's interesting, but I don't think I really have any pieces of evidence that would help with that.
It doesn't apply to this testimony whatsoever.
That's true. That's reasonable.
Don't worry about that.
So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. Okay, yeah. Then I used the snowmobile to carry back to the Hazakura Temple, and I used the murder took place, so it already stopped. Use the snowmobile to carry it back to the So what am I missing here? There was another
Oh,
thing that I pressed that seemed like it was suspicious. I just don't remember which one that was.
Seems like there was suspicious.
Yeah, there was. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge, and they were talking about how that doesn't seem to make sense. I mean, again, you know, the snow... If the snow had stopped by that time, Dusky Bridge would have been burning.
So would I. I would also had been burning.
Would you have been?
Yes.
So I could use Larry's sketch to prove that point, but... I don't know. If I was gonna mention anything...
You want to prove that?
If I was gonna mention anything...
Larry's sketch really wouldn't prove that the bridge was burning because that was Larry, you know?
That's fair. If I want to mention the fire... No! That's the statement that I'd want to do it on.
You fucked up.
I did.
You just went out, you just did that for no reason.
You're right. So, if I want to mention the fire... Not that. I don't know why I
Yes,
checked
it's
that.
that. No, you're on
I mean,
something.
the weather data, because that mentions how it was on fire.
If you want to go for it, go for it.
Okay. I just want to see if there's anything else. Alright, let's try it. Where is it? Weather report. The bridge was on fire. I pressed the wrong button again. No! Take ejection! Okay.
Take Jection.
take ejection?
Take ejection! I had the right idea. I actually did have the right idea, which kind of surprises me. Okay. I gotta give myself more
There's
credit.
no contradiction with what. Well, I mean,
I mean, they're kind of. I think I was again. I had the right idea. I knew what I had to prove. It's just
maybe with. I guess
putting
it was
that to
less
the
with
correct
what
one.
she said, but like that doesn't matter as much as her actions.
No, yeah, you're right. You're right. But I was getting the statement mixed up. But I had the right idea, which is all that I care about. So I'm doing good. I don't care what anything else says. You claim the snow had already stopped. You know, I do have to tell myself that a lot, huh? That probably says something. If I need to If I need to
I'm
say,
not
I'm
terrible.
doing good. If I need to say that so often, maybe it means something. But who cares about that? You think the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred? Which it did say. I am proud of the fact, though, that I was able to figure that out based on time frames. I am glad about that. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible.
What?
This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at the time. That's what I said.
Why do you say that?
Let's go. Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and caught on fire.
What did you say?
Did you not know about that, you stupid Iris?
The bridge was on fire?
I feel so bad about calling her a bitch because, you know, you didn't know about the fire. That's pretty weird. You're really not acting like yourself, Iris.
You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down.
Hold up, that contradicts the evidence. Larry said that was Iris flying above the bridge. She must have known about burning fire.
She just casually broke into a fly and didn't realize the bridge was on fire.
No, that would make sense. Okay, I get it.
What? But it can't. That can't be.
It can
You
be.
still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney. Yeah, like me!
Yeah.
And Furio Tigre.
No, he's a fake one.
Order, order, order.
I'm smacking so much. The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right. The inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge. Body or no
there's
body.
totally a way.
Witness, even my patience has its limits, you know.
Things are
Its limit is 4.
Any further and I will, lying and I will find you in contempt of court.
Any further,
Yeah.
and I will lying.
Do you have anything to say for yourself?
No.
The only person here that is truly contemptible is you.
You're
What?
so contemptible.
This is my coffee mug.
Old man, that is me.
Old man.
Me? How dare you? I am not an old man, you're an old man!
That's funny, foolish.
Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now.
Squat!
The
Yeah?
important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right?
I mean, it's also important if the witness lied because that shows credibility. So that's still important, Gato, but whatever you say.
Yes, of course, but...
Whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not. There are two facts that can't be disputed.
Maya killed her!
First, the body of Elise Donim was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard.
It was. Bikini.
Second, the head nun, Sister Bikini,
She's right there. It's Bikini. That took longer than it
Don't get
should have.
excited about bikini,
Why not?
please. You're not allowed.
You don't have the right.
The right to be excited about Bikini, okay?
witnessed Iris desecrating Miss Elise Donham's body.
He makes a good point. On both accounts.
That's right. I'm not lying.
Oh, what are you claiming this time?
I wasn't myself at all that night. So my memory is still somewhat hazy.
What the hell do you mean by that? You have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy? What do you mean by you weren't yourself exactly? Can I have an answer
There's
to that
only
question?
There.
It's only human to err.
You're so trite. Maybe you can explain this for the court.
Stop erring.
What is it?
When the murder happened, the bridge had nearly burnt down, or had already burnt down. But somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of explanation for this little magic trick. We know somebody.
No, not really.
No. Ugh. Well, not exactly, no. I know there must be some other way she got across that burnt-out bridge. But unless I can somehow demonstrate it, I'll never know the truth.
Well, it looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation.
So we will now end the court session right now.
Guys, see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth.
I don't know if I agree with that statement, but you do you, Gato. Ah! That...
Well, all right then. Witness, let's hear your testimony once more.
Gato is literally just saying, ignore his points, because it contradicts other things. Like,
Yeah.
I get what he's saying, but like, the points that I was making also contradict other facts that we know, so we can't just forget what Phoenix was saying, because it's all kind of important to figure out how everything actually occurred.
About what, Your Honor?
You've admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency.
Yeah, a lot of our testimonies
wasn't
today
that
are causing some inconsistencies to take place. Kind of strange.
Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Well, you see, I wasn't myself last night.
Okay, I have no idea what you're going on about.
Yes,
She
Your
said
Honor.
that. She was saying how she wasn't herself. Will this be her
Okay.
final
This is
testimony?
not yourself that night.
This will be her final testimony? Okay.
This will be her final testimony.
Moving the body. Witness testimony.
Because I will kill her.
That wouldn't be very good.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess.
Okay, Iris.
Was the snow still falling, or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much?
I want to know what that means.
Or are you saying that there is a way to cross the burning bridge?
If you walk really fast.
So it was just a misunderstanding. I see.
Helpful.
This is a photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident.
It was short, you're right. She swung like Tarzan! She, like, grabbed the wire, cut it, and just fucking Tarzan swung on the other side like a goddamn Tarzan. And that's
It
what happened.
certainly was burned to a crisp, but
You certainly were.
one of the
burned to a
suspension
crisp.
wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall.
I mean, most of it did.
Maybe she jumped.
Phoenix
the
did.
crap.
Phoenix did a volleying.
That's true.
Clearly, it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition.
Taking the
You
morning
never
after the crime.
said not impossible.
Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's going to be deemed as the truth. And Maya will be accused of murder.
Trite. I'm only going to say this one more time.
Fuck you.
It's only human to err.
To err.
And only
You
humans
suck.
can spot the errors of our ways.
The more
Yeah,
sense he makes,
ants
the less
cannot
sense
do
he
that.
Wait, the more sense he makes, the less sense he makes? Yeah.
That does not make sense. Phoenix.
All right,
You
Mr.
have
Wright.
to just become
Please begin your final cross-examination
The last
ever in
one
the whole game.
ever? Oh my god. Lots riding here on stuff here. Hi, Iris, don't look at me like that. With your eyeballs.
Don't use your eyeballs to look at me. She's
Yeah.
like, what?
Me, Phoenix Wright. Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the Hold it!
What if you ran across
Yes,
the
but
bridge?
if the snow had already stopped when the incident took place,
What if that's what Phoenix said, though? No, other than walking, Phoenix, like, what if you ran?
that would have been a good testimony.
I
That
couldn't
would
have
have been like
crossed
a
the bridge.
Larry. That would have been like a Larry.
Naturally.
Larry objects. What if you ran? And then Phoenix is like, "How stupid! Wait,
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Larry, you might just have figured this out."
That just sounds like something that would happen. Yeah, 3 for 3. Maya is being accused of murder, you know. She's just too good. People want to take her down. We can't let that happen.
But I think it's just like Mr. Gatto said. The body did make it across somehow.
Cool. So he must have just gotten... Hold it! but you seemed to be quite sure of yourself when you gave your testimony. You said you were sure the snow had already stopped.
I'm terribly sorry. I was wrong.
Aren't you ran? Does she really think an apology is going to get her off the hook? Apparently,
I'm
yes.
sorry.
Was the snow still thawing, or had it stopped? Hold it! This is no joke. You're giving sworn testimony in a court of law.
Well, Mr. Wright, let me ask you a question.
It depends on what the question is if you can ask it.
Do you remember what the weather was like 1 week ago today?
This wasn't a week. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but still, like, murder. Huh? Well, naturally it was a.
You see? It's not that easy to remember, is it?
You could have just made something up and then she'd be like, what?
Oh, that's so impressive. But if it had been some kind of special day, I would have remembered. For example, it was pouring rain on the day of my elementary school graduation because God hates me. Anyway,
Okay.
I mean, he might.
No one wants to hear about your childhood traumas, Trite.
What? They don't? Why are they playing this
I could
game
have sworn
then?
you were asking that.
By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped.
Yeah.
If you insist on obsessing over that one statement, let's see the proof. Show some evidence that the body somehow crossed the bridge while it was on fire.
Was it burned? Was there a burn mark that I didn't see?
Ah, you're right. She's burned.
Oh, if you look really closely at the tip of her most northern hair follicle, there's a burn mark on it. I'm a genius.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
Are you saying that there is a way to cross the burning? Hold it!
There's a burning hole
Well,
in your
I don't
future.
see why there couldn't be a way across.
Mr. Wright,
More like Mr.
don't you think
Wrong.
that just sounds a bit silly? A dead body crossing a burning bridge. Did anyone actually witness such a thing?
Oh, you know that Larry did. Kind of, not really.
Huh. If there was, I don't think you'd call someone like that a witness. After all, a dream isn't the same as actually seeing something.
Come all this way. So I owe it to everyone to figure this out. But
You owe it to Larry to
a
figure
body
this
across
out.
A burning bridge.
Would he ever forgive you if you got this wrong?
He probably wouldn't. Even I don't know the exact answer yet. It's okay. Even if I don't know the exact answer, it's okay. I'll start by examining all of my evidence and see where this takes me. I've got to be like a shark. If I don't keep moving, I'm as good as dead. Okay, good to know. Apparently, I'm going to die. The game has told me that I am about to die, and I need to be quick, be swift. So other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body, so I was just getting confused, I guess. Was the snow falling had it stopped, does it really matter that much? Or are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning... Or are you saying there is a way to cross a burning bridge? You know, there might be. That...
Okay, but what would that be?
Good question.
What would you... Please present your genius theory.
She had a Minecraft water bucket. And placed it
Help you
down.
cross
Kept
a
picking
bridge.
it up.
Doesn't help you cross a bridge.
She just kept picking it up and placing it. Every tile forward.
How?
I don't know, you asked for a good idea.
I guess.
And that was your best idea?
Yes, it was. Okay.
Minecraft.
Minecraft, dude. Minecraft. Let's take a look at the evidence. Instead
Are
of...
you a
I
Minecraft
can
or a
ignore something like these stats, right?
Minecraft?
That's true. So the bridge, the map rather, doesn't really have anything to do with anything
The
right
map
now.
has.
I don't think.
I mean,
The hanging scroll obscured by gravy.
you're disappointing me in a few ways right now. I don't know if you would agree with me, Toad and Eugh.
Think about the gravy. I'm not like, you guys really think that I'm trying super hard right now? Do you see what's on my screen?
I don't think you need to try hard.
Gravy, dude. Gravy.
Gravy, dude.
Gravy, dude. Gravy. I mean, the only thing, like, the first thing that comes to mind is something to do with this thing. but
Yeah.
like, obviously you don't need to think too hard about that, but like, can we trust anything that Larry says ever? Is the
One in
question.
helped
10.
before.
1 in 10. 1 in 10. No, no, I
1
wouldn't
in
give him 1 in
10,
4.
maybe.
1 in 10.
We also do know that her pearl was found on the other side of the
Here,
bridge.
count how many evidence it is. Maybe it's like if it's
What?
I don't know.
I always overthink. That's my thing, foolish. That's what I do here.
See, look.
What is this?
Larry is.
I mean, I don't want to present this and be like, you could fly, and then everyone's like, what is wrong with you?
Have you played a
think you
case in
should
this
do
game
this.
before?
You have a point?
Remember fucking 2, 3?
Uh-huh.
2, 3, yeah.
Was
Saying
that
there is
fucking
other way
flying?
across a burning bridge. Objection! I cannot believe
Thank
that.
you. I was wondering
That was
any of
that
those
was
statements.
okay. That was like one of the first things that came to mind. Like something about that. I didn't have a specific idea as to what, but like
Maybe just it. Something about it. Why not just it?
I get. Well, I mean, I don't know. It means the same thing.
It really doesn't.
Like that's the thing. But just like I don't see why. What is Phoenix gonna say? I'm interested to see what Phoenix is gonna say. A dead body flying over a burning bridge.
Seems plausible
You're
Didn't
enough.
exactly
Look at
rule
the
out that
image.
possibility.
Oh shit.
What?
I'm not quick to jump to any piece of evidence that comes to mind. I like to have a reason before I just do anything. But like really looking at the evidence, like I was saying, that's the only thing that seems to make sense, and we don't have many options with that testimony. So
Remember in the first trial day, there was a similar situation where, like, the first thing you thought of, took you like 6 years, but we had to. Like, it was literally the first
You're
thing
saying
you
it's
thought of.
possible. Don't make
yeah,
me laugh.
I mean, I wasn't like negating the possibility completely. I was just looking at my I was looking at a gravy banner, but after that, I was looking at my options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was back when you were. Like,
The only
I
thing
remember
that's
that
possible about your
situation
claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air.
was when you had to select Morgan Fay as the person that.
No,
like,
I knew that.
gave-
I know that's what you were talking about. Because that's like kind of the same situation in a sense. Like I thought that, but I'm like, how does that work? Because there was a couple things that I was misunderstanding about that situation. But it didn't take me long to come to that conclusion either. I don't know why we're on this. Like I got that. That was the first thing that I did.
It's just wasting time. Let's keep going.
No. Toad, you can't expect us to not waste time. You need to be ready for that. I don't know about that. In any case.
No, you're really pushing for this to be done this week.
Well, I don't think it
You're
is.
pushing it for it
anyway.
not to be.
In any
I mean, I'm
case.
free
we haven't
next week
witnessed
anyway,
it
so it
yet.
doesn't matter.
Preposterous. Who is it? Who is the murder? Wait, that's not what we're talking about.
Can
You
we
know why I
please-
don't want this to go too late.
Can we please not incite Larry here? I don't care about how late it goes. We're like,
Incite.
yeah. The whole plan was that we weren't finishing it today anyway, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. If we were planning on finishing it today, I don't give a shit how long it goes, but we don't want it to be too long, so that was the plan. I can't chicken out here. I've got to keep on the attack. Go, go, go. Miss Elise
Go,
Donham's
go,
brilliant and
Rangers.
highly gifted apprentice, Laurie Stoneham.
Brilliant.
Apprentice?
Remember what he said in his testimony?
No.
That night he was at the mountain shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night.
Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it, Mr. Wright?
It might be.
Like,
Are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument?
Beautiful, beautiful. Judge looks like he's about to blow a gasket. Ha!
Ah. Well, Troy, there's nowhere for you to hide now.
You did miss the "Are you high" joke. That was a really funny one from last time.
Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old, does this sketch prove anything?
Not that bad. Like, yes.
Pretty
I'm pretty
freaking bad.
It does, and I'm going to prove it.
Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down.
Yeah? He knows.
If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this
It's
sketch?
like I drew it. What? Why did Gato say that? Wait, are you telling me that?
Then, let's hear the defense's theory.
Are you telling me that literally no one had the thought to turn it upside down? Besides Gato just now? I kind of thought that was like... Okay, whatever.
What exactly is this sketch trying to show?
I don't think old Whiskerface is gonna forgive any more mistakes, so I'm gonna save the game.
Phoenix just says that. I don't think old Whiskerface here is gonna forgive any more of their mistakes.
Look carefully and think it over. The sketch drawn by Loris Donham is...
I think he'll forgive at least, like... It's quite
This
a few
is exactly what
mistakes he'll
happens! Of course the victim was flying through the air. Okay, that's not what I thought that answer was going to...
Okay, so I guess he's gonna have to forgive at least one mistake.
That's not what I thought that Phoenix was going to say when I pressed that, but okay. You can see it right there in the sketch! Woo!
I think you might want to reevaluate your life choice.
Yeah, you know, you're starting to remind me of yesterday's witness.
What?
You were in there yesterday.
That
How do
is
you
the
know
last-
about
his
yesterday's
eyes were all
witness? Are you
white.
some kind of person who looked into things before coming to this?
Do you have any evidence that the victim flew through the air?
No.
Just so you know, we haven't discovered a giant human catapult at the inner temple yet.
I thought he was gonna say something about it being upside down, whatever. I wish they had. Didn't think that he literally was going to say he was flying, or she was flying.
Even if you're a lousy lawyer, at least you're 1 cup's worth of entertainment. I think we should skip the penalty this time.
Yeah, I agree. There must be some way. I just know it. There must be a way to use Larry Sketch to the truth of what happened.
All right then, the witness will now return to her testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I assume that I need to... Yeah.
Let's
probably
load the
need to
stage.
load.
Don't skip the text again.
I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
That would have been the worst thing to do.
Alright.
Poop.
Okay,
What?
so... I mean, evidence of nothing doesn't really help our case very much. A complete contradiction does kind of sound true, but... I don't care anymore. I'm probably wrong. I don't give a shit what's going on anymore. Something is obviously funny about this sketch. How nice of it.
I'm no art critic, but I can see that. It looks kind of funny.
No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Loris Donham stated it over and over. That this sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it. Yeah.
Contradicts reality.
as we know it.
This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger pointing thing again. Okay, Tried. So what exactly contradicts reality?
I mean, like,
The hot girl.
the flying woman? Take that? Why was that? Okay, the flying figure, naturally! After all, people haven't learned to fly yet, or maybe I'm wrong. Or did I miss something? No, I
missed
wrong.
something.
Fool.
Cool.
Mr. Wright, that answer just now... That was lethal.
I mean, yeah, if we're basing this on the fact that it's someone flying...
Oh, Mr. Wright,
Okay.
after dragging us all the way to this point, that answer was embarrassing. It was so embarrassing, I'm actually blushing right now.
Blushing only suits women, not the elderly. Anyway, what now? Okay, let's just go back to the load save, because that's what I'm doing now, apparently. Okay, so we'll skip through stuff. What the hell? I kind of figured that that was what that was, but okay. A complete contradiction. I mean, the only other thing that I would think is, like, the fire going both ways. You know, because that's not how fire works.
Okay, think about
Or
this
the-
more
or
logically,
the
because even if
cords.
it's upside down, the fire is still going both ways.
Yeah, I see that. I know that. I know that.
So, use your other part of your brain.
Use the other
Yeah.
part of it.
The other part of my brain.
Yes, select the bridge.
Okay. The bridge doesn't make sense. Bridges don't exist. fucking obvious.
Wait a minute.
Hold
the sky
on.
wasn't purple. It was black.
I mean, literally the only other thing that I could click on besides her is fire or cord, you know?
Pick whatever one makes more sense.
The cord's on fire, you know?
That's why would the cord be on fire?
Why
it's
would the
made
cord
out
be
of
on
chocolate.
I don't know. I'm doing the stupid time. This is gonna be wrong too. So take that, bitch. I believe it's somewhere around here. Maybe.
Around here, maybe.
Why are they doing that all of a sudden? The artist responsible for this sketch is a bit of a walking contradiction, so it's difficult to point out where the contradictions end and the truth begins. Awesome. Okay.
Enough
So
with the psycho babble, anyways.
I don't know.
Enough with the psycho babble.
Okay, again, clearly missing something here. A complete contradiction. It's a contradiction of reality as we know it. Okay.
Contradict the whole entire reality. This reality, that reality, that reality, this reality.
Alright, using our brain, part 2.
Finishing my sentences. Okay, I've tried to fire. I tried to woman. There's chords. They're going up instead of down, which I know is a thing. 'Cause I'm pretty sure those went down. Hey, let's hit the chord. Let's make that wrong so all of my choices can be incorrect tonight. It's the wire connected to the bridge!
The wire?
Like the TV show?
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Is that the thing that contradicts reality?
Yep, it is indeed.
Let's show us the reality. It supposedly
And
contradicts
show
with.
us the reality that it is interfering with.
Show us something that
Show
proves
us something that will point out how the sketch contradicts reality.
I mean, like, probably this, right? Because the wires go underneath, you know? That's a thing that they do? That would make sense.
I perhaps would say yes.
Would you perhaps say yes? I mean, there's really, again, not very many options, as always. Or not as always, but with stuff like this. So, hey, take that! Why not? Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct?
Why in the world do I need to prove that this picture is upside down? Like,
You aren't using your brain.
I noticed the cord thing the first time that I saw this picture. It's very obviously upside
why
down.
don't you point it out to them then?
Because I don't know what the fuck this game wants from me. Like, the way that he worded that, it contradicts
You clicked
reality.
the fire?
Dude, fire doesn't work that way. It doesn't go down like that. Fire goes up.
And the bridge is not
If
connected
you turn
from...
a match down, it goes out because fire can't do that. That's how matches work. Just saying.
Stylistic choice.
How dare he? That's photo does give it correct. Would you not point out the thing that's wrong when you asked you to point out the thing that's wrong? It's just because of the way they worded it. It said it contradicts reality, and that does not sound like... I don't know. Yes, now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge...
Jumping Jehoshaphat.
Yes, very obvious thing. Thank you. The wires are below the guard wires! Why is this a...
What?
I don't understand why this is such an important point.
Order.
I don't think I can explain all of what's going on right now, Poop.
This sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, it isn't likely that the artist just
You see now?
saw it wrong.
He saw it upside down.
Or perhaps he just drew it wrong.
I genuinely can't believe... I just kind of thought that that was known that it was upside down, because it's obvious as shit.
No one's ever said that. Everyone's stupid.
But, like, how has no one come to that conclusion yet?
Because everyone's stupid.
Apparently, except for Gato.
Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong.
No. With someone like Maurice, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question, why did he make a mistake? What was the reason?
Are you saying you know the answer to that?
Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Maurice was doing when he witnessed this event?
I don't know.
He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited and waited, and finally he laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now, ponder what sort of position Loris must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why you remember this scene the way that he did.
Which is why he's showing us it.
Yeah.
For the record, if he didn't show you that clip, then you probably wouldn't have thought it.
I literally, actually, no, because I literally said that, actually, before they showed that picture. I remember that very vividly, because I thought it was funny how that's actually what he did. I said specifically, what, was he, like, lying down and looked at it upside down? So, I don't know if I mentioned lying down, but if I said...
you lying down and looked at it upside down?
So I did actually catch that when they showed the picture.
You didn't catch... Yeah.
He was lying on his back? I can't see how it relates.
But it does, Your Honor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down.
I'm stupid.
For the record, did they ever say he was actually lying on his back? Because not everyone does that. I don't think that, like, they never specifically said that he was lying on his back, but I noticed that, I had that thought kind of before they showed the picture.
Ugh, no way.
Even without that fact, I kind of figured that it was pretty obvious that the picture was upside down in the first place, but apparently these guys are just not catching that.
Well, they make it obvious to the player, but obviously these people don't see this photo of Larry lying down in this position.
Laurie Stoneham witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. Even without that, it's kind of an obvious thing. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down.
What?
Crazy.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me... Wait a minute, you think that the sketch might be upside down?
Oh my fucking god.
So that this sketch should actually be the sideways.
I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Laurie Stoneham's sketch is like this!
In a mirror.
Bwah! Now that looks right. This is how it should actually
really
look.
doesn't. Still doesn't really look great.
I mean...
No.
Okay,
you can't tell me that looks right.
Fair. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. Dude, was I right about Tarzan? That's right! Just like a pendulum!
Ridiculous!
Dude, just Tarzan right?
Order!
Was Tarzan right?
All this time was Tarzan right?
I have all the things to say. A pendulum?
Yeah.
I hate pendulums.
The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found in the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side. And a pendulum was the only way to get it done.
A pendulum was the only way to get it done?
Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 years long. Yards, not years.
20
Which means it's
years
about
long.
that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff.
Yes, that sounds about right.
In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you need a rope at least 10 yards long.
Yep.
To get a rope that long, you have to plan ahead.
Objection! The lightning strike that night could have only been an accident. So it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them.
What?
What? I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there. I wonder what he's talking about.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum?
I mean, more than likely, I want to use the whole picture of the bridge. Yeah, that would work. Because, I mean, obviously, it's the cord. It's the bridge cord that was cut. So probably this picture. I feel like that makes sense. I hope so. Is that... I don't want to have to, like, save all my shit in case I'm wrong. Is that correct?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Save your shit. It's like 2 seconds of thing.
I can't save it. I mean, I saved it.
Yeah, it's probably right. Who cares?
Take that! It's just because it's obviously the cord. I just don't know if they want me to use that piece of evidence.
And the meaning of this is?
If you want to know where that rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard. Right there!
Ah, you're right. My beard is glorious. This is one of the wires from the bridge.
Crazy, right? When the lightning struck the bridge, it set it on fire. One of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Elise Stoneham's body. Whee! God damn, that is intense. Okay. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Because there was simply no other way to move the body. That seems kind of outlandish.
Awesome.
Awesome, yeah.
Everything
The guy
about
literally
this case
flew
is outlandish.
earlier in the game.
Mr. Gatto, are you drowning?
What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing?
It seems Mr. Gatto is more focused in his coffee than answering my question.
He's more focused.
Well, it seems you must stop the trial. Mr. Gatto is dying.
No!
Seems the odds of a rope being readily available were very high. So I suppose that it's not an impossibility after all.
Objection. He's done with his coffee. Still got a lot in his cup, though.
Possible or impossible? That's not the question to be asked.
I mean, like, the pendulum thing I totally get. My bigger concern is how the rope came undone at the apex of the thing, you know? That's the thing that doesn't make sense to me, and how it worked so perfectly.
There's only one question. Did that really happen? Try it. I wonder if you could prove what happened to us.
Well, you see, if you look at the map of the Hazakura Temple, this shows where the orb was found, and that matches pretty well. Just gonna say.
Do you have any actual evidence the body was swung over like a pendulum?
I probably should have saved. I mean, the orb thing that I just mentioned, but that wouldn't really show. That would show where it landed, not that it was swung like a pendulum, you know. So what could I use? What could I use? Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum? This photo of Elise before the fucking murder. Yeah.
You have evidence of this.
You're right, I do.
Somewhere.
If you didn't, he'd be in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, again, the orb thing kind of makes sense, but you'd think that you'd want something more specifically having to do with the body itself.
Mm-hmm.
So what about the body could I use? Something about... I mean, the body fell 10 feet after death. That's kind of... That doesn't really show... I'll keep that in mind. That's kind of... I mean, it's reaching, but that's what Phoenix does, right? He reaches.
He reaches.
Yeah. I don't know if there's really... Like, there's nothing here that would indicate that she had a rope around her or anything like that, so... Don't think it's that. The horrible sketch. The sketch itself is actually the evidence. Get fucked. I mean... Those are really the only things that I can figure out, is the orb itself... this is fucking stressing me, dude. This is all over the place. Those are the only two things that I can see working. Is the fact that the body fell 10 feet after she died, which, like, kind of, or where the orb itself was found, but that could have happened anyway. I don't like this question. I am not a fan. Ugh. Unless there's something that I'm not thinking of here. I don't think...
You probably thought of it, you're just doubting yourself.
Yeah. That is really the only two things that I even see as a possibility. Okay. First thing that came to mind was orb, and I need to learn to trust my gut more, I guess. But, I mean, the falling also makes sense. That doesn't, but again, that shows where the body was. That doesn't show that it was swung over like a pendulum. So, I mean, the 10-foot fall probably makes more sense for that specific question. Ugh! Okay. Okay. I need to make a choice. I'm going over and over in my head right now, trying to think of it. I need to make an actual decision here. Which of these two do I trust more? It's asking specifically about evidence that it was swung over like a pendulum. I feel like I've got to go with the autopsy report. I feel like that makes more sense than the actual ball itself, because that doesn't necessarily show that it was swung over like a pendulum.
What kind of pendulum?
RJ.
Hey,
Hey, RJ.
I returned.
Thank you for believing me, TND. I really hope that I
I can't
don't let
believe
you down.
RJ's in this stream.
I feel like that's
RJ, I
the
can-
one.
now you
I'm
get all
going
the
to-
last I guess you get all your characters back, RJ.
Oh, all
Yeah,
my
all the
characters that
characters
are.
Yeah, I know,
relevant
isn't it
to
right?
this game.
All my characters right now too, man.
Dude, oh my god.
I shouldn't have given fucking.
What
I really
happened,
should have
sir?
saved. I wouldn't care so much if I had saved. If I had
Okay,
saved
so,
earlier.
okay, you want me to
Uh,
just like?
No.
I'd be leaving. You know what? Fuck it. Thank you, Graham. Ah! Take that! Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far.
One
According to this photo, one of the wires snapped.
of the wires.
Looking at the map, we can see that the one that was in front of the near temple.
So then, that was
Damn
the
it.
spot where the criminal...
Yeah. Yes, precisely. Now, let's consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again.
Are
The
you
body was
shitting
pushed
me?
From
Okay,
this
never
point
mind.
here.
Sorry.
It would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point. I got it right, I think.
Did you say to drop?
Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank. I'm gonna save. Weird time, but I'm saving right now.
What? What makes you think something like that happened?
Because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance.
What kind of evidence?
Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death. Misty fail.
10 feet, huh?
That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. The body overswung due to the forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. This is really cool, actually. This is super interesting. And then, as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose.
That's...
Yep, this bloodstained amethyst crystal is the one that came off of Miss Elise Donham's staff. No, I clicked off the game again. I'm a genius. Stop.
Stop.
And even more important is the place where this crystal sphere was found.
Indeed. I believe it's already marked on this overhead map.
Dude, let's go. Let's go. I did it. Let's go. The crystal was found. Oh, that
No.
was... Sorry.
The crystal was found... Ah! Right the fuck there.
Your Honor. In this very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed. I only got it right because you guys believed in me. TND and Graham,
Well-
I did it for you guys. I don't think these guys believed in me. I really don't know. It probably
I
depends.
definitely did not.
I knew you didn't. I'm less sure about the others.
Just funny because you're debating which one between the two, but they were both right.
Oh, were they
Yeah,
really?
They're both right.
I did it! I did it, guys! I made the right call. I mean, hey,
You could not have made the wrong call.
I mean,
so-
to be fair, I pinned it down to those two either way, but I did it. That's funny.
So mad.
That's
To
really
Julian. Pissed off.
Oh, that's super funny. Did you read that, Eugh?
Yes, this explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright.
That's
Again,
super funny. I'm glad about that. I'm really happy about that.
you may have provided us with a way the body could have been moved that night.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I needed that so much.
An impressive decision, Mr. Wright. Deduction, not decision. Most impressive. Mr. Wright.
I love it so much.
I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down.
Well, what is the meaning of this, Mr. Cardo? Throw coffee on me, please.
Francisco whipped me. Why can't you throw coffee on me?
That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trite. But you forgot about one thing.
What?
Oh, and what would that be?
The aroma.
Oh, right, the smell. Huh?
Coffee's most reliable accomplice. Its deep and profound aroma.
The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffinese. Can you elaborate a bit more, please?
If the criminal had sent the body to the other side, like you say, then naturally there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it.
Pearl. Motherfucker.
An accomplice?
The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So, who collected the body? What do you say about that, Trite?
Mr. Gato is correct. This can't be the work of a single person.
It's probably gonna ask me to choose who that is.
But... Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice.
Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body on the Hazakura Temple side?
Awesome. Okay. Again, very first thought is... Well, no. Pearl wasn't able to actually...
Your very first thought was Gumshoe.
You're right. No, my first thought was Pearl, but remember, Pearl was not able to... What do you call it? Summon, channel
Before
someone.
you even say that, don't forget what side Pearl was on.
Oh yeah, she was stuck over... right, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Your first thought was Pearl. It can't be Pearl.
My first thought...
There's like
the
only
accomplice.
2 characters it can't be.
I did not remember she was on the other side, but I knew that she was trying
And you
to...
picked one of them.
I figured she, like, you know, the whole summoning thing, but she couldn't figure that out, so it's not her. Obviously, it's Maya then, in that case. Bikini, it's Miss Donum. There, again, really not too many people that it could have been, huh?
Larry.
Larry.
We gotta sit on him. Be like,
there are,
Larry.
like... There was, like, no one it could have been. You are dead. You are in jail. You're Edgeworth.
Then choose the only person who it can
I'm
be.
Edgeworth. Yes, choose the obvious answer.
No,
It's probably
no.
that.
You were, like, on the other side of the whole thing, supposedly. Well, I mean,
I
are
think
we
the
even
obvious
saying that?
answers are Edgeworth and Franziska, considering they were definitely in the country at the time of the crime. Definitely.
Oh.
Yeah! Okay,
I mean, Mia, you know,
Yeah.
she's in the country too.
Yeah.
Just in the ground.
Wow! Okay. Can
What
I...
if she was buried in Canada or something?
Dude, bikini? Fuck yeah. I mean, like, Iris... So we know that Iris must have been on the other side of the bridge. I was kind of thinking that she was, like, on the side of the murder, because that's what she's fucking talking about. But at the same time, we know that Iris was on the other side of the bridge after the fire. So, I mean, like... Because in my mind, she was the person who was tying the wire up, but I guess that wouldn't really make sense based on the fact that we know that she was on the other side in the first place. I mean, and realistically, can't be Pearl because we know that she wasn't able to summon anyone. Gato Gumshoe wasn't Bikini. She's the dead one.
Wow, why wasn't it Gato or Gumshoe? Please explain.
Don't explain.
You are dead.
I want to be
And-
left in the dark.
Thank you for reminding her.
You are dead.
You are dead. Go over to Mia. You are also dead.
So, like, you're the only person that really makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Let's try it, I guess. Take that! The only person that really makes sense can only be you, Sister Iris. There were really not... Like, there were very few possibilities there.
Yeah, there's like one.
It was like like she was pause between like the gasp and then the ah.
Yeah. I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could never pick up a body like that. Yeah, that's why. You're the only one that could have managed it.
No, I think it was Gumshoe or Gato.
Were you even listening to the witness's testimony?
I don't know
No!
why you didn't present them.
No.
On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie
Don't call her that. I mean, well, you can call her that. Sorry. She's not...
was on cleanup duty in Inner Temple Garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath.
Objection! I haven't forgotten.
Objecting.
But have you, Mr. Gato? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple. 2 of them! Desecrating the corpse of the victim.
That kind of makes no fucking sense. Strange indeed.
So mad. Fucking
It's almost as if,
Are you okay, Toad? Fire Emblem Heroes.
on that night, the defendant was in 2 different places at the same time.
Indeed she was. Things are starting to make sense, aren't they?
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together! Alright. Let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
Mention what?
The pendulum, of course. Using the sketch drawn by an eyewitness. Larry, I've established how the body was moved using the burnout bridge. Which means it's now a fact that this occurred. Something you should have already known.
No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum.
But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help. So, you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with.
What? How can you say that, Mr. Wright?
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple?
Are you serious, Trite?
I have no reason to do this, but I'm doing it right now anyway. Fuck you guys. Safety for the stream.
You mean this woman is...
There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is...
Dick Gumshoe.
Take that!
Miles Edgeworth.
I think you... Did you mean to choose Morgan and Faye? Because...
I never thought I'd have to utter your name again. Let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. Pogs his ground.
Hawthorne?
You know how that mess boys. Man, she really hasn't seemed like herself this trial, huh? Something about that line stuck out to me when I heard that, and a couple of thoughts came to mind. Seems like my suspicions were a little bit more than just that. Sister Iris
talking like
sister.
that?
Because I'm a detective.
Suspicion, or a little bit more than just that.
Because I'm a detective.
Yes.
Yeah, you sound like you're on a TV show.
Because I am. This is the Awokenkyoger TV show. Don't you realize? And you're looking.
You were talking like you were reading dialogue from somewhere. Like from a manuscript. Like, oh yes. It seems that my suspicions were just not just as they were.
My
They were quite
streams
strange,
are
were
all
they not?
scripted.
Isn't that right, Watson? My suspicions. It's elementary, of course.
It's elementary.
I had suspicions growing this whole time.
That name
There
rings
you
some
go.
bells. Oh, distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
Oh, that is like such a satisfying moment. I like cannot describe. That is satisfying.
It's just your imagination, Gramps.
Awokenkyoger, the animated web show. Yeah.
This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh boy. Not being herself.
Oh yes, I remember now. That case. Oh, 5 years ago.
This is such a great case. God damn. Scott, I think that's you.
No, that's Toad.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne.
I thought one of you was Dahlia and one of you was...
Sky was Iris.
Sky, I'm Iris. Why do you think Toad is voicing
I'm
the
Dahlia.
person right now?
Wait!
Why do you think we
Wait!
switched voices?
Wait a fucking minute! Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they switched from the beginning. You didn't notice?
Remember we switched?
We
did that for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I'm glad I made it back for this part.
Okay. You guys deserve a fucking ovation for that. Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah, no. Scott's had Iris and I was Dahlia, and...
Okay. That was genius. That was genius.
I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
You know, it kind of felt wrong, but I was just like, I went with it because I just thought that I misremembered. That's genius. Just good job. Just good job there, guys.
We've been playing that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the honor is all mine.
You guys are so good. You guys are so good at playing.
The honor is all mine.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's also me.
Why didn't you let me voice? I haven't voiced anyone in forever. And now
Because I'm Winston Babe. No, the honor is all mine.
Archie's had like 2 lines this stream.
Yeah, he
That
really.
is true.
Scott's had like.
So am I.
That's it.
But according to this,
That. God, my mind is blown on that. Honestly. Wow.
Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead.
Yeah,
fucking
but she
love you
forgot
guys.
about that, Your Honor.
Oh shit, that makes sense. me earlier. You're dead.
You're dead.
Remember when you apologized to Iris for saying all those terrible things to her?
And can I mention something else? I had the idea setting in motion that it was Dahlia, and I kind of stopped like being like that a little bit, like not really noticeably probably, but I remember making specific notes in my mind. I was like, like I think like the one that comes to mind, Gato called her a cutie pie, and I was like, I don't know about that, something like that.
It says her execution was carried out just last month.
But that does bring the question: when was she Iris and when was she Dahlia? I would assume that she was Dahlia, just like now, because the thing is, Phoenix is feeling something wrong from her, so she must have been Iris. I guess I can't say it definitively, but she must have been Iris yesterday.
That's the next big question.
Yeah. So, intriguing. But from the sounds of it, Iris must have been...
So what?
Because if this is Dahlia, Dahlia didn't know that the bridge was burning. So, that's intriguing.
Death has no meaning in this courtroom.
Yeah, Gato!
What?
Yeah, I'm sure that confuses the shit out of the judge. What the hell does that mean?
Am I the only one not dead in here? What's going on? Order.
Me to Dahlia Hawthorne's head.
Shut the hell up, bitch.
Oh, yeah! Oh, man.
Got out to Phoenix
Wait a moment.
under every instance.
How can you? My sister, she's already dead.
Yeah, that's actually true. Never mind.
What kind of...
Objection! No. You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of terrain channeling technique flows within that body.
The crane channeling technique? Oh, now where have I heard that one before?
That's right. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium. I love this. I love this!
What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible.
I've said it so many times. This is definitely my favorite game of this series so far. I
You're
love
asking
this.
us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone.
I love this. I love this.
On the very night of the murder, to a temple where her twin sister Iris was.
Well, if you're gonna put things that way, then yes. Yeah, let's go!
We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens?
Oh, it's more than mere coincidence, Mr. Gatto! Objection! Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions, after all.
What's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And a part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled that night. There was 2 irises at Hazakura Temple. And it all makes sense
2 of them?
when it all comes together. Even the time of the channel
God, it
was
was
planned
like
out.
2 of them in bed.
Oh yeah, baby. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
Oh, that means that the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
My parents think that I'm just angry all the time. And the Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Yep, I thought so. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her. Namely, one Dahlia Hawthorne.
Do you even know what you're saying, Troy?
No,
This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business.
it's not admissible as court evidence.
Yes, it's true that you found plans that talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris.
What?
Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. It was later that the body was moved by the pendulum.
That's right.
Naturally, that would mean that the iris to receive the body was the real iris. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. There, they found Iris in her room and arrested her.
Yeah.
And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center.
How interesting. Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that. That sounds right, yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced.
But something still seems off. Way off. I'm still not convinced that the iris here is the same one from that other night. Dude, okay. Holy shit, I love this. I kind of thought that the one that was stabbing Donum with the shishito, I thought that was the real iris.
Yeah, seems like her.
Yeah.
I suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous. Like, the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places.
So switched places? To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with the trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere, somehow.
Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple,
This is a goddamn good game series.
have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
So since when?
Since the
At all.
Yeah.
Ever? Have there been any chances?
Because we know it was the real Iris that made the switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
if you
mean,
just think
like
about
with
it a
the
bit.
body, when the body flew over.
So when the body flew over.
So that was the real Iris. So it was the real Iris that was arrested by the police.
Exactly.
So from the moment she was arrested by the police to now, when was there ever a chance for them to switch?
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! You guys remember when she ran off with Edgeworth?
I do.
I do too.
There was
I don't.
one.
How is
Well, not
that to say that Eugh doesn't?
Dude, you're inside his
The
head, man.
judge says, like, what?
Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Explain yourself.
This is exactly the kind of crap that I live for in games like this. This is exactly it. Exactly the kind of thing I live for in games like this. Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown. Glad I remembered that from 2 weeks ago.
Unknown. What do you mean?
What I mean is, so Iris really is a bitch. She's working with Dahlia She really does suck, probably. I don't know. There was a span of time in which Iris was able to move out freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that?
I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault.
Someone's gonna get fired.
The person who gave Iris a chance to move freely. I mean, like, okay. Edgeworth. I get like she was under Edgeworth.
Please don't tell me you're gonna take time on this.
No, hold on. She was under Edgeworth supervision then, right? I just want to make perfectly clear of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
He brought her there from the detention center.
Again, it was 2 weeks ago. I want to just make sure. Take that!
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Awokenkyoger excited. I'm glad. Your Honor, there's a fairly large earthquake yesterday. Was there not? I'm also really excited. When I'm excited, I'm glad that that's getting you excited too. I must share my emotions with the stream. I don't know.
Well, an
I'm glad
earthquake?
you're enjoying it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm enjoying the series as well now. God, this is so interesting.
Earthquake! Goodness, the inner temple! If this kind of tremor might...
Scott, that's you.
How could I have? She fled. She escaped. Oh man, I had lines.
Yeah, you did.
Only fucking tube.
Really, Jube?
Only forking short.
We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time.
Oh no.
When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne. God, okay. Realization.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit...
Be quiet. It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
Hey there! One Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. That sprite looks pretty familiar, does it not? You know, I've been
doing it again.
Dude, that's just my detective voice, my inner detective monologue that is always playing.
Hello there, Miss Dahlia.
It's always playing.
It's always
The lore
playing.
deepens.
The Lord, it's always playing, but when moments like this happen, it really comes out. No, but
It's always playing.
I've been waiting for something like this to happen. Didn't happen in exactly the way I expected to, but we're here.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
He slipped into it again.
Oh, that's voice.
Guess you'll have to ask again.
Oh boy!
Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask for her name and profession. That's one of my rules.
Dahlia Hawthorne. And my current profession? Permanently retired.
The bitch returns.
Even in death, you can't stop her.
The theme is so good, Chief.
By the way, I should mention that that is exactly when we switched to voices. Was when before she ran off and after she ran off.
Yeah, the second it was actually Dahlia is when we switched.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did I not notice that?
Because remember I was talking about how I'm really busy. I can't be voicing all these
He
characters.
said you can take Iris. I was like, yes.
Because I knew
And,
Iris
like,
wouldn't
like
talk again until it was
10
Dahlia.
minutes before then, I was like, man, I like Iris a lot. I really wish I had her.
Yeah, we
Or, like,
truly
playing it up.
Absolute sons of bitches.
bamboozle
Why do you
on
guys you guys always do
got
this to me?
bam-
But I love
so
it.
that's
I love
the
it.
truth.
Yeah, play you like a fiddle.
I remember I got a clip of her. You pissed at her and put it on Twitter. Yeah, that did happen.
What a
It's,
good
it's
scheme.
Melissa Foster, dude. You guys are great. I fucking love you guys. That is so funny. Video games. Okay.
So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
There she is.
Why should I? After all, I'm dead.
Graham redeemed a highlight message with 100 channel points. Oh hey, it's Ginger Bitch Lady, but she dyed her hair.
Yeah, she did. There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
Yeah. Maybe.
What is going on here?
That's my favorite sprite in the game, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah.
Dahlia Hawthorne.
Phoenix.
Just like this random, like, new, like... Ugh.
I never thought we'd meet again. I never thought we'd meet like this. But this time, I'll end it. For her, and for myself.
Oh, Phoenix's new gun sprite.
Yes.
Suicide gun.
Hey, foolish. To be continued.
Would be
Continue.
a good stopping point, realistically.
No!
Was this where you had planned for me to stop?
I
It's
don't
up to
know.
you if you want to keep going, honestly.
I mean,
I'm down to whatever, for whatever.
Depends on which stream. If you continue this, the next stream will probably be the shorter one.
We probably want the finale to be.
It'll probably be a long. I mean, because you could stop in the middle of what's coming, but then the next to be continued is like a long ways away.
Yeah. Okay.
There might be a recess after this that you could go to. I don't know.
I'll save my progress one way or the other. Ah, shit, I missed it all. I mean, maybe? I don't know. It depends. I feel like I'd probably want the finale to be the longer one anyway, just as a ceremonious thing. You know?
Let's see.
Turn this stream into a one-off.
Why don't we just go play some Persona 5 instead?
Yeah, goodbye, Eugh and Scot and RJ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Persona.
What's going on?
I said Persona.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Save 3, 4, 5 times.
Just in case.
I mean, let's see if this is actually the point.
Or maybe do versus for the stream right now. If we're ending here, I don't think I'm gonna play anything else. I might consider it, but I've got a lot of final shit that I need to do, and I have to get that done. Because
Alarm
again,
going
I
off.
literally didn't do any of
like
it today. I woke up early to do finals work, and instead I watched YouTube for 5 hours. More like 6, but that's besides the point.
Tomorrow's a busy day too, so.
Yeah, I've got a lot of shit that I need to get done by Sunday night, and I have a lot of things that I need to do during the days as well. So, which means not doing homework, but that's a mood. Yeah, I didn't do it earlier, but I do gotta get it done tonight. But are we stopping now? Is that the consensus?
1 second.
I'm down for whatever.
I think that perhaps now would be the best.
Yeah.
Now you've got a lot to think about, and we can
Oh no,
finally
yeah.
confront her for hopefully the final time.
I mean, yeah, that's a good cliffhanger point as well.
And the next stream is when we
Yeah,
jump
for your
right
turn.
in.
that is so good.
Well, the next stream is gonna be the
And
finale.
this is why I was so excited that I got Dahlia in the beginning, because I get to voice my 2 favorite characters from this game in the final trial.
Interesting, yeah. You gonna do a
Dahlia
single
and Gato.
5R after you finish TNT, or are you gonna continue with the next game? Yeah, we're gonna just go with Persona 5 for a good little while after I finish TNT. TNT, dude. So that's God. Did I save? I don't know.
No, you have
Yes,
not since you
10
started the stream.
times.
Okay. Shit. Yeah,
Alright.
every once in a while, Burb. Yeah. TNT in this case is explosive, baby.
Yeah, RJ, welcome to. You did a
Yeah.
lot this stream, huh?
Yeah. dude.
I said 2 words, left, and then came back, and probably wouldn't have said much if I hadn't have left. But still, it was fun to be on. I liked the execution of the Switch.
Yeah, that
Yeah, we
was
told
just
them.
great. You guys deserve so much credit for that.
I'm so glad that I was here for that, because
Yeah.
like your reaction was priceless.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that.
Oh my God! Did you know about that, Yug?
We all knew about it.
Oh, you guys. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that
we
makes
told
sense.
see
them,
this
yeah.
entire
That makes
series.
sense.
I'm pretty sure we were told like the moment this game started.
Yeah.
God, that's so funny.
Toad and Scott was a.
So foolish. What happened was that Toad and Scott have been voicing Iris and
I
like.
think Toad and I have been like, the idea popped up when you first started the series.
That's so funny.
Yeah, like
When Toad
Which one
first
of you
established
voiced
the
Iris
for
and one
this
of you
game.
voiced Dahlia?
Scott voiced
What?
Iris, Toad
I was
voiced Iris.
Dahlia.
Okay, yeah. So Toad was voicing Dahlia and Scott was voicing Iris.
Yeah,
so when
'cause
they
remember-
actually switched like last stream, they switched the voices just to fuck with me, and it's
Yeah,
awesome.
and like again, my excuse because I purposely wasn't reading lines as Edgeworth and Iris just to make it
And then
look
he was
like I
like-
was missing lines.
Wow.
Oh, hey, I'm busy.
God damn, dude. God damn.
And then, remember at the beginning of this case when
I love
Iris
this.
showed up? You're like, wait a minute, shouldn't Toad voice this person? I was like, oh. we were doing the same joke as we did with Melissa Foster. We're like, what? That's not her.
Yeah,
That's a different
yeah,
person.
yeah.
You were like, shut up, guys, come on,
Shut up.
it's Dahlia. And they're like, no, and then you not only get the twist that it's actually not Dahlia. You're
That's
like, oh my god,
so
it's a different
funny.
person.
You got.
But then there's another twist where
Also,
it's
when
just
when you finally apologized to Iris, it was already Dahlia. And
yeah,
at
you
that point-
apologize
so
for
funny.
Dahlia's face.
Like you apologized after the switch.
Yeah, it was
So
really
Iris still
funny.
thinks you hate her.
Yeah, Iris still thinks you hate her. Wherever the
That
fuck
begs
Iris
the question:
is.
where the hell is Iris? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking that Iris would be the one, like, you know, channeling Dahlia, but I'm not positive on that fact anymore. It must be, but I don't know.
I thought it was so funny because you're like, Iris, I've been a
It was
terrible,
really well played.
you know, I've said all these terrible things, and you're just looking Dahlia right in the face.
Yeah, it's
God,
great.
I need to watch that back with just like a completely new mindset. God, again, this
And if
is
he knew what he was saying, he would kick himself.
yeah, right. This is the exact kind of shit that I love. I love from stuff like this. Just it's
Yeah.
it's these big twists that come together, and once you realize that, everything else that like happened before that just comes together to fit so well, while also just coming up with this like brilliant, crazy thing that happened. That's the main reason why I love 2-2 so much in this series, because of that reason. But like this is definitely probably better than that. I love 2-2, but like this is something else. God.
I think this case and 2-2 are just like exemplary cases when it comes to like using the world that's been established to its full potential. Like,
exactly.
Like all the channeling stuff, that's not like I don't think I need to tell any of you that shit's not real, but like the fact that they used it to like its full potential for the case.
Yeah,
I think it's well
that's
done.
a good point. That's something else that I really love it when they do, when they like use that pre-built world already. They just use those concepts well. So it's good. This is probably this might be my favorite case. It's either that or 1-4, but it's probably gonna be this one, all things considered. We haven't seen the end yet, but that.
Oh, you haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, that just fills me with so much glee, and also just like I cannot wait to fucking hate Dahlia again. That's gonna be fun.
Now you have an excuse.
I do.
Yeah, you do.
These turn twists are indeed wild. We've got one more stream of AA to go. I don't know when that'll happen. As soon as possible, preferably.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about a day. As always, you can join the Discord and the panels down below to learn more, to hear as we know. Because as soon as we know what day we're doing it, we'll say in there. So you can join that, do all that stuff. Burb's still waiting for quote.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Signing, you ain't seen nothing yet. I don't know. We'll see. Next week might not be Persona. It might be. We really have to figure out.
Next week is. I mean, I'm free next Friday, so it's
good to know. Because my family was planning on doing like a. We were gonna go out, so I was thinking that I probably wasn't gonna stream on Friday, instead I'd do like Thursday. But I might just not make it to that if. We can finish this off.
It's too late for that because I had Thursday off too, but then I changed it.
All right. Good. Yeah, we'll figure it out. The series is really good at final cases, though, all things considered. Yeah, for sure. 2-4 is still your favorite. 2-5 is definitely up there. Reasonable.
Well,
reasonable.
2-4, I voiced my two favorite characters in that game, and now Toad's doing the same thing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And Eugh voiced his two favorite characters in the game, man.
Toad got Dahlia and Gato, and I got Francisca
no
and
old bag.
I mean, in the last case, Old Bag was an inn.
This is 3-5, right? The case we're playing.
That's true.
Yes, this is 3-5.
Okay. I keep thinking like the finale is 3-4 because for some reason it's been one game where this was the case, but it's like, all right, the games are 2 or 4 cases long.
Well, I mean,
1-5 is the exception.
This is technically the first game with 5 cases.
Yeah, and that's gonna be the standard.
Yeah,
which I get.
like,
just,
well, not for the next game that you're gonna play, but
yeah. Well, I just gotta get used to like
Apollo
cases.
Justice is 4 cases. Dude, it should be 5
really
cases.
tragic. Yeah, for sure.
It's really lacking in that department.
I'm gonna make a tier list of the characters after I finish, but I also gotta make a tier list of all the cases too, because that's clearly important. So if y'all know me, you know I'm the tier list guy. I love that so much. I love that so much. We're definitely gonna be playing this and finishing it up as soon as we can, and then it'll be mainly Persona for a good long while. But I am so excited to finish this up. I really liked the first game in the series. JFA was also really good, but wasn't as good as that. And this is blowing it out of the water. This game is just blowing it out of the water.
Justice for All is not as good. Like, it's got case 3.
It's the middle case. It's the middle game.
It's got case 3.
It's got case 3.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Bro. I gotta figure it out.
Yeah, well, you know what else has case 3? Every other fucking game that has 4 cases.
That has a special case.
No other game has case 2-3.
Okay, usually in games where there's 5 cases, it's case 2.
No, I was doing tier lists before YouTube, foolish. You don't understand. Yeah, this isn't as good. It's better, says Zorn.
And then there's Spirit of Justice. It doesn't have a bad case, and if you say case 4 is bad, I'll kill you.
I haven't played that game.
Yeah, I know.
God, okay. I'm just so excited to see what
and
comes
then there's
next.
a game that even more objectively doesn't have any bad cases, which is Investigations 2.
Oh yeah. So we got a lot to figure out next. Not even the rest of the game. Next stream, we got to figure out what's going on with Maya, everything that Gato has wrong with Phoenix, and like what his past is all about. What the shit Dahlia is doing, how Morgan is entwined into all of that. you know, who was channeling Dahlia that night. Just a bunch of shit that we don't know yet. And I am so excited to see where this all goes. There have been again, it's a lot of questions that have been building up that we are now finally getting to the point where we can safely get to those answers. And it's just great. This whole game has been so great, and I'm so excited. I've said most of that, and I'm sure I'm gonna go on a huge rant at the end of next stream. So look forward to that, I suppose. It's gonna be a fun ride for sure. D&D for sure. God, yeah. Anything else you guys think?
No.
Excited for the
I
next
think we're
one.
done.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the finale. It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
And like we said, we'll keep you guys updated on when the finale is actually gonna happen, whether it be next week or we shall see. We'll probably try for that, but you know, we will know.
Yeah.
I love this game. Cannot wait to see where it all goes out. And I guess that is it for the video game.
That's it.
All right, thank you all
I'm
so
gonna
much,
go
everyone who came
bye,
out today.
everyone.
Narwhal, Foolish, TND, RJ, Zarn,
Yes.
Graham, of course.
Skipped me.
I think I spoke more in chat than I did in the.
You did. You really did. I think I already said TND. Baretsu, all you
I
guys,
was
thank you so
expecting
much.
this to be a short stream in general,
Yeah, I was too.
just based on
Graham
how it was.
says, thanks for the awesome stream. Bye bye, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for everything else. Thanks for being fun. Yeah. And as always, Eugh, RJ, Toad, Scott, I'll see you guys for the next one. I'm not gonna talk to any of you
Ooh,
until
you
You
then.
said that in
The
like,
last time we're all gonna be
you
together
said,
ever.
You said the order like in the weirdest way.
I did. What did I say?
You said Eugh and RJ, the two
I was
That's
reading.
the two people who were
It's the VC order.
came in
Yeah, I was
for the
reading it in VC
thing.
order.
And then you said Toad, who's like I don't know.
Middle.
It's the weird. I know why it's VC order because I'm this guy.
Because I'm this guy.
Because I'm this guy and Eugh is
Correct.
Eugh.
Oh, it's Bubby? Sorry. Okay, you can't call me buddy. I understand, dude.
Bubby.
Yeah. Alright. I guess that's all. Again, thank you all so much, everyone, for coming out. I am unnecessarily excited for next time. But I guess we'll have to see what happens then. Alright. See you guys next time. Be a baby.
Unless of course you do Persona right now.
Right, yeah,